Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to So Many Levels, where we're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Yay!
Yay!
And very exciting, we're going to be continuing our Curse of Strahd campaign for the first time in probably 6 weeks. I was listening to the end of the last episode, and I was saying, well, we're not going to be playing next week because it's Memorial Day weekend. So
Yeah.
Wow.
it's
Well,
been
true.
yeah, it's been a struggle to get everybody available because we don't want to try to play this campaign, especially getting close to the end, if we don't have at least most of the party.
Let's refer to it as a mid-season hiatus.
Sure.
Yes.
So I'm Christiana Ellis, the Dungeon Master, and the players we do have tonight are Mark Kilfoyle. Oops, I need to move everybody's name tags.
I'm Pablo tonight.
Yes.
Hello.
Mark Kilfoyle as Rockjaw.
There are still a few things I need to learn.
And we have Nobilis as Zia.
Do not ask questions if you do not want answers.
Lee Burdett as Honor.
Hello.
Tim Dodge as Pavel.
Everything I do is for the common people.
You want to sleep with common people too?
What's wrong with that?
Your point?
Also presently with the party are Esmeralda, who is a vampire hunter and a Vistani acquaintance of Zia's, and her mentor, Rudolf van Richten, who had been disguised as a half-elf named Rictavio. If you hear us going back and forth between Van Richten and Rictavio, that's why. Rictavio is currently down his good arm, which has been removed while he was a prisoner of Strahd's, and he's kind of a little bit broken. Like he's making it his way through, but he does not have the confidence he once did. But because it's been a little while, and because we left off at a big cliffhanger, let's recap a little bit where we left things. The party had made their way into the bowels of Castle Ravenloft for the third time. This time making their way and finally reaching the crypts. Now, on the way there, they met a werewolf named Emil, who was in the dungeon, and they freed him. And in particular, Rockjaw had interest because it seemed that this werewolf might have heard of someone that Rockjaw was looking for. Unfortunately, Emil slipped away in the confusion during a fight with an insane ghost, and was lost to the party's knowledge. But reaching the catacombs, the party began exploring. Zia had cast a locate object spell so that you know that the Sun Sword is within the catacombs, and specifically the direction of it was, basically the northernmost area of the catacombs. But rather than go for it right away, you explored a little bit more, and you found a few other things. For one, you found the crypt of Saint Markovia, who had dissolved away, except leaving one thigh bone, which you have been given the impression is a powerful magical artifact, but requires attunement, and no one has currently attuned to it, but I believe Pavel had it last.
Okay.
You also found, amongst some of the other crypts, including the one of a ghost who thought he could fly, and briefly possessed Shadow. You were exploring more. Zia had heard a strange voice from somewhere to the south whispering that he should follow. But before following up on that, the group decided to use Speak with Dead on the remains of the architect of Castle Ravenloft, and got some information from him through that spell. They learned specifically that Strahd's resting place is a tomb within these very catacombs, that there are special there are special tombs that had been constructed for Strahd, his brother Sergei, and then a third one for his mother and father, King Barov and Queen Ravenovia. Not respectively, because I said it reversed, but it's fine. So, yes, Queen Ravenovia was not Strahd's father. You get it. But in any event, you learned that. You also learned that how to get into the mother's tomb. The tricky aspect of that is that it has a powerful magical barrier that is open only for lawful good creatures. But that there may be ways around the magical barrier. But you learned that. You also learned about a secret door present in Strahd's throne room. And you got confirmation that the so-called heart of Castle Ravenloft is a crystal sculpture of a heart that glows red with magic, and it is present at the top of the second highest tower of the castle. And you had been told by the hag Morgantha that was a special artifact of the castle, and that it would be very difficult to defeat Strahd permanently if that heart remained intact. So, while you were learning these various bits and pieces of lore, as the spell wrapped up and completed, ending your ability to ask further questions, a voice called through the darkness, saying, I put that fool in the crypt so that he would not speak my castle's secrets. Indeed, Strahd, in person, had arrived. Bum, 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 bum. And that's where we left things last time. And so to start tonight, we're going to roll initiative. I say tonight, it's this afternoon. But, it's fine. All right. Well, so I guess before we get into the heat of it, did anyone have questions just about, because it's been a while since we played. I don't want to necessarily rush us if you guys had specific questions about stuff.
No, probably have some as we get going.
Okay. Yeah, the only question I have is what questions should I be remembering to ask? Right? It's like wishing for more wishes.
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm. I get that.
We were looking for the staff of the Wizard Ordinaire. Had we managed to find that?
No, we had not.
No.
We had not yet.
Yeah. So that is the clue that you had to a holy relic that Madame Ava, way back early on in the campaign, had told you was one of the things that you would need.
Yeah. And we had been poking at these tombs looking for it.
Yeah, but there was a number of the tombs that you had explored and looked at the name tags on, but you had not yet found that one, and you had only looked at about half of them so far. You were going pretty systematically from the north to the south, so basically the ones that are in the north half of the catacombs are the ones that you had seen. All right, let me get Rictavio's initiative on there.
Of my two rolls, the first one was Pavel, the second one was Shadow.
Okay.
So Shadow had the 25 and Pavel had the 14.
All right. So let's... Traffic noises. Okay. So we need a turn for Shadow. So Pavel should be... you didn't get it onto the tracker, Pavel. Either of those.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. I'll just add onto there. It's fine. So Pavel should be what?
14 and Shadow 25.
Okay. All right.
I must be looking on the wrong part of the map. I don't see our tokens. Oh, there they are. Yep, I didn't scroll over far enough.
All right. So we got Honor Anubis. We got Shadow. We got Pavel, Rockjaw, and Zia. We got Esmeralda and Rictavio. We've got Strahd, and we've got Swarm of Bats. Because you may recall, let me briefly reread the description of this room. Yeah. There it is. Okay. Catacombs. Oh man, they changed the some of the text formatting in this thing. I don't. They made the parts that you read out loud much bigger text, which is nice in a way, but it's a little weird just scrolling down through. Yeah, so the description of this room, buried deep within the keep of Ravenloft, lie ancient catacombs with arched ceilings, supported by wide hollow columns that double as crypts. Cobwebs hang limp in the musty air. A thick fog clings to the floor, which is covered in putrid waste. The black ceiling is moving, and you had discovered that it's because it is covered with just thousands and thousands of bats. So, Shadow is up first.
Yeah, I'm looking at her sheet. All right, so can we see Strahd?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
just hear him?
So no,
Yeah.
Strahd has arrived. You didn't necessarily see him approach,
Oh,
but
yes,
he
there
is
he is.
currently standing right there.
What would Shadow do?
Probably try and talk her way out.
No, I don't know about that.
I don't want to just go morphing into a different creature just right off the bat.
Up to you.
Yeah.
I mean, Strahd has appeared multiple times. He's not always here.
It's true.
And this is not going to be the last time we fight him either.
No.
Yeah. I guess I'll have her cast Produce Flame.
Okay. So is she throwing the fire at him?
Yes. Yep.
All right. So go ahead and make the attack. All right. Yeah, you need to click it in the attack part of the character sheet,
Oh,
or just roll the ranged spell attack.
okay. Sorry. Hold on.
That's all right.
I'm
It's
getting used
been
to
a little while for everybody, and you
Oh, here
playing
it is.
unfamiliar character sheets. Yeah.
There
There
we
you
go.
go. Okay, so a 20 does hit. And so you can click that produce flame on the chat there to roll the damage. And so it's just the 7, not the 9, because it's not the crit. So yes, as Strahd stands there, she hurls this blast of flame at him, and it does briefly strike him in the shoulder and kind of start to scorch his clothing. But he just smiles, and and you see the damage just sort of fade away. Is she going to move?
Yes. She's going to duck behind something.
Okay.
There's a crypt there she can duck behind.
Yeah. Right there.
All right. Anubis.
Well, Anubis is going to be a brave dog and run up and try to bite him.
Okay. Make the attack. All right. 14 unfortunately misses. He's too quick.
Okay. And he's going to back up again.
He's going to take an opportunity attack.
Oh, okay. Well, no, he can afford it.
That's a 24 to hit.
Yep.
You say that, but
Yeah, and it's so 9 bludgeoning and 17 necrotic. Also, the let's see, only the bite, and he's now grappled.
Really?
instead.
Oh
of
no,
taking
you're right.
damage.
So yeah, in fact, I think what it is he is grappling instead of the damage. So don't take the damage. You can undo the damage, but Anubis is grappled now by Strahd. In trying to back away, Strahd just strikes out his hand, striking like a poisonous snake, and just gets Anubis around this scruff and just holds him still in place.
Okay.
All right. So your turn, Honor.
Okay. Let's do this. Heavy crossbow.
All right. 24 does hit.
24.
Yep. So,
And it's 14, so half that 7. Because I know he doesn't.
right. Yeah, so that's 7. And yep.
Okay.
And then so as you watch, kind of like with the produced flame, the bolt does strike him, but then over the next few seconds, the bolt just kind of pushes its way out, and it's like there's no wound at all.
Okay. And I am going to come around here to duck out of the way.
Okay. Pavel, your turn.
Gonna cast
Oh wait,
light.
no, hang on. Before Pavel's turn, I'm sorry. It is. I keep forgetting that he has, not only does he have legendary actions, but now he has lair actions as well. Yeah, so hang on. And so this lair action happens after the after Honor's turn, and what he does is still holding Anubis with one hand, with his other, he holds his hand out and then just raises it, and as you see, rising out of the floor is a ghostly spectral shape, bringing a specter into initiative. And the specters. All right. Okay, so the specter is going to be right here. And then Strahd's going to bite Anubis.
Roll low, roll low.
No.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, so that's 23. So 10 piercing damage, 13 necrotic, and the and Anubis's max hit points are reduced by 13. All right. And Anubis is still grappled. So now it's actually the Spectre's turn to go next. And let's see, what does it do?
It's a okay.
What?
It looks like you're going backwards in the order because you're at 14 and the Spectre's 17.
We're not
Okay.
going backwards though, because we
okay. Yes,
the
'cause
lair
it's-
action where you summoned the Spectre was after Honor's turn.
Nope, gotcha.
But
Got it.
before
Got
Pavel,
it. Got it.
yeah.
Okay.
So it is the Spectre's turn, and it's going to fly right up to Van Richten and attack him with a life drain attack. And so that's a 19 to hit, which I'm pretty sure does hit. So that would be 6 necrotic damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw. Oh, that's right. I'm controlling Rictavio. I forgot. All right. Okay, so he does succeed on the Constitution saving throw, but he does also take 6 necrotic damage. All right. Now it's your turn, Pavel.
Okay, I'm going to move to here and cast Turn Undead.
Okay. All right, so that's a wisdom saving throw from the Spectre. which gets a 19.
Nuts.
And then Strahd. Um, Strahd has a couple of things going on here. Hang on. Let's see. Yeah, so he makes the wisdom saving throw, and he gets a 24. So, yeah. So, unfortunately, neither of them are turned. And I believe that's your last turn undead of the day for
Yes.
the long rest. So, unfortunately, neither of them are turned. Is that the end of your turn, or are you moving anymore?
Let's see. I moved, what, 3 squares, so I can move 3 more.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Right there.
Okay. All right. So that's the end of Pavel's turn. Strahd's turn. He is going to bite Anubis again. Okay. So let's see. He has him grappled. That doesn't give advantage, though. I don't think actually.
If you are grappled, I believe it does.
Um.
Not that I want bad things to happen.
I can never, because I think restrained does that, but not just grappled.
Can it benefit from any bonus of speed? Oh yeah, no, it is incapacitated. Or, sorry, it is restrained that gives the advantage.
Right, yeah, so just grappled, I think, like, it's basically, Anubis can't get away, but he's still able to, like, struggle. So I think what we would see is that, as this happens, is that, he's trying to go in to bite, Anubis, but Anubis is kind of thrashing around in his grip enough that he's not able to sort of get his attack to strike to to work. And so instead, he's actually going to follow that with an unarmed strike, which I have to actually have him do the attack, not just click that. Okay, 15. Does 15 misses too, right?
15 misses.
Okay, yeah. So, he was unable to damage Anubis any further on that round, and he looks really irritated by that.
Yeah, you got a fuzzy paw up the nose.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that was a couple of bad rolls from Strahd there. Yeah. Okay. That makes it. That's Strahd's turn. So Rockjaw, it's you're up. You're up.
So, Van Richten was attacked by the Spectre,
Yes.
and Van Richten's not looking good.
Well, I mean, he's still pretty hardy. I mean, he took damage and.
But Anubis is looking worse.
Well, yeah, Anubis is worse off, and he is also currently in Strahd's clutches, which is not good.
Yeah. Then I will utter, "Let me show you what I have learned." I will rage.
Okay.
So I use up one of those left. And I am going to use my action to dash to end up right beside Strahd.
All right.
I'm in his face.
All right. It is Rictavio's turn. Let's see. He's going to... Let's see. That's pretty good. Let's see. All right. I think he is going to push past the Spectre. 20. Get up to here. The Spectre is going to make another attack of opportunity, which does hit, I believe. Yes, it does. So he takes another 10. And then makes his Constitution saving throw. He just makes it. And then he is going to touch Anubis and cast Freedom of Movement on him.
Oh. Nicely done.
So what that means is that for the next hour, Anubis can basically automatically escape grappling just by spending 5 feet of movement on his turn. And also cannot be affected by any spells that would like paralyze him or stop him from moving and that sort of thing. So on Anubis's next turn, basically, he can just automatically escape the grapple without having to use his action. All right. And then I think as he does that, Rictavio just is just glaring death stare into Strahd and just saying, "I have returned, and this time I will not leave this castle before one of us is destroyed."
No, you're supposed to say when the other guy's destroyed, not like.
All right, it's
Chip
Esmeralda's
loopholes.
turn.
Esmeralda.
Yeah.
Esmeralda and Zia exchange a glance and a quiet word, and Esmeralda retreats out of direct line of sight of Strahd,
Mm-hmm.
and let's see. Yeah, she's just going to ready her magic rapier to attack if anything comes within range if either the Spectre or Strahd comes within range.
Okay.
Mainly, she's looking at the Spectre.
All right. So that is Esmeralda's turn. You all watch as Strahd glances up at the ceiling and saying, "My children, I have need of your assistance." And all of these bats on the ceiling begin to descend and swarm around, and 8 swarms of bats descend from all over. And they're basically you're each going to be getting at least one of these.
Thanks for putting them all next to me.
Yeah, well, I just was trying to not just grab them all one at a time. So
You get a swarm of bats. You get a swarm
Yeah.
of bats.
everybody gets a swarm of bats. Yeah.
This would be a good time to distract them with some mosquitoes.
Let's see.
I have a feeling these are not insectivores.
Yeah.
They're what the heck divorce?
All right, yeah. So we're getting essentially every single ally on your side is getting like one swarm of bats attack. So I'll do them, in order. So first attack on Shadow. 15 hit.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 4 piercing damage to Shadow. Now to Esmeralda. 17.
That is exactly enough.
All right, so 3 piercing damage. Zia. That's a 9, probably misses. Against Rictavio, 19. That's gonna hit. Have to move the bat so that I can get to his HP. All right. Anubis. It's a 12. That'll miss. This one was supposed to be on Rockjaw. So attacking Rockjaw, 6. That's probably gonna miss. Now attacking Pavel, 13. Probably misses, I think. And Honor, 7. So what I'm going to say though is that that's how the damage has been assessed. But I would say it's also pretty distracting that you each have like a swarm of bats just like literally all over you. Just so I would say while you are within the swarm of bats space, I'll say you basically are at disadvantage with attacks against anyone except the bats.
Okay.
So, but you could eliminate that if you moved away from the bats. All right, so that's the bats' turn. Zia, you're up.
Okay. Zia is going to head off in that direction.
Okay.
Do the bats get an attack of opportunity there?
Yeah.
Okay.
16.
That hits.
Bats of opportunity.
All right. Okay.
6 damage. And he's going to cast Mage Armor.
All right.
He had not cast before, much to his chagrin.
All right. So that brings us back to the top of the initiative order. It is Shadow's turn again.
Okay, Shadow is going to produce flame again, and hopefully produce bat flambe.
All right.
So I'm going to get back to the core sheet, and
15 hits.
okay, 6.
So yes, the bats around her take 6 fire damage. There's still more than half of them there, but several of them drop to the floor, crispy and smoking.
All right, she is going to she's going to move over this way.
All right.
So
So they take an attack of opportunity as she moves. So that's a
Of course.
15.
And she's 14, I believe. Let me just verify that.
Yeah, she can cast Barkskin, but has not yet. All right.
But
So
that's on my to-do list.
All right, so that's another 4 piercing damage for her. Okay, Anubis's turn. Currently got bats all over him and is still grappled by Strahd, but can now escape the grapple just by moving.
Yeah, so he's going to wriggle free
Mm-hmm.
and come over to here.
Okay.
And
Let's see. I don't think you're not immune to opportunity attacks,
well,
but he hasn't. Yeah. So I just was confirming whether he was or not. So he's not immune to opportunity attacks, but has not moved out of range.
right.
Okay.
So he's going to bite the bats.
All right.
Ah,
Oh.
His jaws snap down where a bat just was, but isn't anymore.
Uh-huh.
All right. But no longer grappled by Strahd.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Honor, that makes your turn.
Okay. And I am going to take this opportunity to cast Barkskin on myself.
Okay.
Wrong menu. Where is our handy dandy leaf? There's the leaf. So casting Barkskin on myself, and that's pretty much what I'm doing this turn.
Okay. So it is now the lair action, and Strahd is going to. Let's see. I think he is going. Let's see who's here. Like, all right, lair. Now okay, I think. Sorry, I have to. I have a lot of things to look through right now. Strahd's got a lot of stuff he can do.
I really
okay,
hate that about him.
Yeah. Let's see.
It's like you came into
Oh,
my
you know what? I just realized that the specter was supposed to have disappeared after it attacked. I'm sorry.
No.
But another one has just been summoned. How about that?
Oh,
That's
lovely.
the lair action. So it was supposed to. Yeah. So the new one has just been summoned, and it appears next to you, Honor. No, you were out of sight. So I'm going to say it appears next to Anubis and it's going to attack.
Poor Anubis.
Well,
I know.
Anubis is the one that's right there. So
See, this is what we're missing. We need our own private army like he's got.
yeah. Okay, that's a crit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh, ouch.
And I need a Constitution saving throw as well.
11.
Yeah, so that's 22 necrotic damage, and he succeeds on the saving throw, so his max is not further reduced, but the specter does disappear after making that attack. That's how that's supposed to work.
Oh,
Okay.
dear. That's worse.
So what I'll say though is that it dissipates, not turning invisible, but he can summon it again later. But so that was his turn. That was the lair action.
So it doesn't have
the specter
initiative,
doesn't
does it?
actually have an initiative. However, Strahd does have his own legendary actions. And he is going to move. Yeah. Actually, he's going to. Yeah, he is going to move. He moves up to here, and does not take an opportunity attack from Rockjaw. And he is smiling at Van Richten, now swarmed by bats. So that's his legendary action. Pavel's turn.
okay. Pavel is also going to try and produce barbecued bat, so I'm going to cast Sacred Flame.
Okay, on the bats that are around you, I would guess.
Yep.
Okay, they make a dexterity saving throw. 11. So they fail, but that's 3 damage to those bats. I'm make sure I get the right ones. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, that'll teach him.
All right.
And I'm going to stay where I am, so I'm not subject to any opportunity attacks.
Okay. So it's Strahd's turn, and he is going to look over at you, Rockjaw.
Backwards. Here we go.
And I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw as he makes eye contact with you.
He rolls a
Sorry,
20.
Sorry, guys.
I have foreseen it. He rolls a 20.
Oh,
All right.
nicely done.
All right. So with a 20, that's a success, and the charm does not take hold, and he scowls at you, but then leans down to bite Rictavio, or he's going to try anyway. That's a 15, which does hit Van Richten. So that's going to be another 14 damage to Van Richten. And Van Richten's max is reduced by 9.
We can keep the bat tokens just like one space north.
Yeah,
of
that's
the person,
fair.
And
Well,
then just assume that they're on them, you know.
yeah, I suppose that's true.
I can't even see Rockjaw.
Yeah. All right,
Okay.
we'll do that. But it complicates when people move one square to get out of the bats. But yeah. Okay, but because it's complicated either way, we'll do that. Let's see. I think Then everyone else had moved out of there. Okay. So that was Strahd's turn and a legendary. So it is Rockjaw's turn now, but not charmed as Strahd had hoped.
Yep. So I'm going to just ignore the bats and walk straight up to Strahd.
All right.
So
Swing away.
One of them will get an opportunity attack, I think.
The bats, yeah.
Yeah.
The ones that had been swarming in.
It's a 7.
That's a miss.
Yep.
And I just grin, and with the hand not holding the axe, I grab at him.
Okay, to grapple.
I'm going to do an unarmed strike, actually.
Oh, okay. So go ahead and I guess make your attack. That misses, unfortunately.
Okay. Then I'm going to hit him with the hand axe.
Okay. An 18 does hit.
12 damage.
Okay. All right. Yep. So you chop at him, and you see that your axe does sink into his arm as he raises it, trying to block. But then as you pull the axe away, you see the wound heal.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So you saw it did damage. The damage just went away afterward.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
really help me all that much.
Yeah.
I just want to distinguish that from the idea that it just didn't do anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably because we haven't destroyed the heart.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good point. We need to find a safe way to retreat and get to this second tallest tower.
And also get the sun sword.
Oh, that too, yeah.
You'll notice that I have not been running up and trying to hurt him.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Rockjaw's turn. Are you going to do anything else or move anymore? Or?
I'm staying right there.
All right. Okay, that makes it Van Richten's turn now. Oh, I need to make sure I capture that Van Richten is -9 from his HP. Okay. So it's his turn, and he is going to. You're right next to him, Rockjaw.
Yep.
And you're the one that's kind of likely to be in his face, and so he is going to turn to you and cast Death Ward. And so what that means is that the first time you would drop to 0 hit points from damage, you drop instead to only 1 hit point. And so.
Oh, that stacks too. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, and then likewise, anything that would otherwise kill you instantaneously doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, that's 8 hours. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a nice spell.
Yeah, it's his 4th level.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. So that was his turn, and he's not going anywhere right now, because that would be opportunity attacks all over the place. All right. Esmeralda's turn.
Esmeralda is going to slash at the bats that are swarming her with her rapier first.
Okay.
25 does 6 damage.
Yeah.
22 does 9 damage.
Okay.
That's 15 total. Is the swarm destroyed?
It is not completely destroyed, but it is reduced below half, so it's weaker.
Okay. And then once with the silver sword, that's a 10.
Okay. 10 misses.
Okay.
All right, so it is the bat's turn now. And let's see. So once again, we're going to say that these bats are swarming onto each of you if they weren't already.
Okay. Do the bats coming after Zia result in an opportunity attack as they come?
As they approach, or you mean as they move past Shadow or
As they move away from Esmeralda and
Yeah.
past Shadow.
Yeah, they definitely will. So this one that was trying to follow you, Zia, will take an opportunity attack from Shadow. If you want to roll that, Tim.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was reading something.
That's
what do
okay.
I do?
Make an opportunity attack from Shadow against the bats.
Okay. I'll use the produce flame again then.
No, they can't use that.
Yeah, it
Oh,
has
you
to be a
can't.
melee attack.
It has to be
Oh, it
melee.
has to be okay. Scimitar then.
Yep. That does hit. All right.
8.
Yep. 8. Okay, and then the ones going after Shadow now take an opportunity attack from Esmeralda.
Which I already rolled. It was a 23 and does 11 damage.
All right, 11 damage. All right, that one is also below half now. Okay. But, so now, this is the one attacking you, Zia. It's a 20 to hit for 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
The ones attacking Shadow are reduced, it's half strength, so it's only a 9 to hit.
Yeah, that misses.
Yeah, the ones attacking Esmeralda, it's only an
Misses.
8 to hit. Yeah. Attacking Rockjaw, 14. Attacking Rictavio, it's 18, which does hit. Another 5. He's starting to look a little, like he's not on imminent death, but he's, at half now.
Okay.
And then this one's going up to attack Anubis for an 8.
Doesn't hit.
Will miss. Okay, and
Yeah.
now attacking Pavel, 15 to hit.
That misses.
All right, and then attacking Honor, 6 to
misses.
hit. All right. So those are the bats. Zia, your turn.
Okay. Zia's going to fire a firebolt at the swarm of bats.
All right.
24,
That definitely hits.
13 fire damage.
All right. It is almost, there's like one bat left.
Okay. And he's going to retreat. Go ahead and provoke
Alright.
a feeble attack of opportunity.
So 9.
Nope, that misses.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to have to zoom out because you're going up. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Let me zoom out. There we go. Okay. All right. I see what you're doing. All right. Zia's turn then, and so we're back up at the top of the order. So that's Shadow again.
Yeah. Shadow is going to try and slice and dice the bats with her scimitar again.
All right. That hits.
6.
All right, and she destroys that swarm of bats.
All right. Okay, she's going to stay where she is.
Okay.
All right. The basically, let's see. Now, as a legendary action, Strahd is going to move his speed without opportunity attacks. And he's moving to follow the wizard. All right, that was a legendary action. It is Anubis's turn now.
Okay. So Anubis is going to bite at this one.
All right, that's definitely hits, and it is a
Okay.
beast. So,
Yeah. 14.
yeah. All right, it is below half.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and that's the end of his turn because he really can't do anything else.
Yep.
Honor going next is going to take her blood spear and hit at the bats that are swat at the bats with the spear. 20?
That hits, yeah.
5.
All right. Another legendary action after that. Strahd is moving this way again. 5. So, yeah, Zia, as you were making your way north, you suddenly, strikingly fast, find Strahd rolling right up next to you.
You have a dance partner.
All right, Pavel, your turn.
Yep, I am going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Octavio.
Okay.
He takes back 8.
Okay. All right. That's your turn. So I think so that makes it Strahd's turn. Sia, you see basically he's going to make an unarmed strike against you first.
He rolls a 1.
Okay.
Ooh.
He grabs for you and just suddenly you're not standing where he thought you were. And he kind of
I have
glares.
foreseen it.
Let's see.
When I saw that I rolled a 1 and a 20 at the last long rest, I'm
no,
like,
those are pretty
those
nice.
are gonna
Although
come in real handy.
he does have more than one attack though, and
Yeah.
and so he is going to try to bite you. Oh my God,
Ooh.
Ouch.
that's a crit.
Yeah.
Oh dear. This is bad news, you guys. So that's 12 piercing and 25 necrotic.
He's dead.
And if the target dies, if his hit point maximum is reduced to 0.
Yes. Okay. Where the hell am I? Oh.
No, it's not. It's not. It's
Oh, the
it's
the
not
target
just-
dies. You're right. Yeah. So, so you have been. The target dies if its hit point maximum is reduced to 0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you are unconscious,
Okay.
but
Okay.
not dead.
Is your
Oh, okay.
maximum reduced by the necrotic damage down to 0? Probably not.
So I guess
25.
no. You have more than 25 total, right? So it's
Right.
your
What was the total? What was the total damage there?
your hit point max. So the total damage is 12 plus 25, so it'd be 37. Is the total
Okay.
damage, but your
Yeah.
hit point maximum is reduced by
Okay.
25, which is not great
Okay.
for a wizard.
Right. Okay. So he's not. So he's not dead yet.
But he's in real bad shape. You guys might want to do something about that.
Yep.
And I think I think actually after that, what those of you who kind of hear Zia cry out will then hear Strahd say, "Your friend or the Sun Sword, make your choice now."
Really? Look around for the sun.
All right, so that was Strahd's turn. Rockjaw, you're up.
Octavio looks better now, right? Because he's been healed up.
Well, yeah, he's better than he was for sure. He's not healed like back to max or anything.
And Zia's made noise.
Well, you also know the noise came from the direction that Strahd just moved very quickly.
Yeah.
Also, the direction of where the Sun Sword was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, on a tactical level, I can't do anything.
Yeah,
You
Strahd's a
could-
badass.
Yeah. I mean, if you dashed, you could get up to him, but that's all you could do.
And I'll lose my rage.
Yeah. The chances are good that
Yeah.
all those bats around you that would get opportunity attacks might.
Yeah, there are two swarms of bats that would get opportunity attacks.
I will try it.
Alright.
So I will run right up to beside Strahd.
All right, so 2 swarms of bats making opportunity attacks. That's a critical miss, but then a 19.
Okay, good.
So, yeah, okay, good. You take 3 damage.
Yay!
For him, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can afford that 3 damage.
I needed that scratch on my back to get myself
Yeah.
motivated. Strahd!
Works out. Yeah, so as you approach, you see Zia limply hanging in Strahd's clutches as blood drips down Strahd's chin, and he turns his fierce glare at you.
Okay. I got it. So.
All right. So now it is Van Richten's turn. I think he is also going to try to dash in that direction and take 3 opportunity attacks. from bats.
How many
Just
reactions
engage?
do those swarms get?
Oh, you're right. 2 of them already did. You're right. So it's only 1. And it's actually 1 from reduced by half. So let me re-roll that. Okay, so he takes 2 piercing from. Yes, thank you for that reminder that they don't get multiple. Whoops, that's not right. Should have 45. But he is going to try to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so he's dashing also, but he is hurrying to try to catch up. And then as he does that, Strahd moves again. No opportunity attacks. 3. Oh wait, no. He moves basically right up to this closed gate. But he does leave Zia's unconscious form on the floor behind as he moves. Okay, that is Esmeralda's turn now.
Hold on just a second while I look something up.
All right.
Won't be a moment. Okay. Esmeralda moves 30 feet.
All right. So that's a half strength swarm of bats. So it's a 14 to hit, which I feel like maybe just hits her. I don't remember.
Nope, she's got a 17.
Okay. Yep. Good. So that's a miss.
A good dexterity and magic studded leather.
Yep.
And she casts knock on the gate.
To open it.
Well, if I just don't know if we knew that there was a lock or anything on it.
It's a lowered portcullis. You hadn't really tried it.
Oh, it's a portcullis. Okay.
Yeah. It's not solid. You can see through it like bars.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, that's not going to do anything. She'll ready an attack to attack bats if they come after her.
Okay. All right. Speaking of bats,
It's their turn.
I'm just still stuck on, we did this joke last time, but the series of bats from Hello from the Magic Tavern. So I think this one is going after Shadow with a half strength attack. That's a 21 to hit, so that's 1 piercing damage to Shadow.
Okay.
This one is pursuing Esmeralda. It can 10,
It's an attack
15,
before it does.
20. Yeah, because so she gets to make her attack first as it reaches within range.
12, 9 damage.
That is just enough to destroy it before it can attack her.
Bats kebab.
Yep. You've got 2 of them attacking you now, Honor. Just Papa moved
Okay.
away. That's a 16 and a 15.
The 16 will hit.
Yeah, and then so that's 5 piercing damage, but your bark skin reduces that, I think.
No, bark skin increases my AC to 16.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So the 5 piercing damage then. And then let's see. Anubis is getting 2 as well. I think one of these is at half. Yeah, 1 full strength and 1 half strength against Anubis. 14 is going to miss. The crit is from the half strength one though, so it's still only 3 piercing damage.
Yeah, and he has an armor class of 17, so the first one doesn't hit.
Right. Yeah.
Minus 3. He
and
is
then
in really bad shape, though.
Yeah. And then 1 attack to you, Pavel. It's a 19 to hit for 5 piercing. All right. Zia, please make a death saving throw.
Okay, that's a straight up Constitution save.
No, it's just a D20. Straight D20.
Oh, just a straight D20. Okay. There we go.
All right, that's 1 failure.
Okay. Worked.
All right. We're back at the top of the initiative. It is Shadow's turn.
Shadow is finally going to remember to cast bark skin on herself.
All right. She has 1 bat in her face.
Okay. Well, let's.
It's acting real tough for being all by itself now.
Must be another druid.
Is Barkskin a full action or a bonus action?
It's a full action.
Okay.
Oh, so I can't attack.
Nope.
No.
Okay. Disregard that scimitar then.
All right, you can retcon the the Barkskin if you'd prefer.
No, I think she's going to need that.
Okay. All right, so no attack then. All right. Is she going to move?
Yeah, she will blow through the swarm of bats and go up to, say, here.
She's going to take 1 piercing damage on her way.
Okay.
All right. It is Anubis's turn. You're muted, I think, Lee.
He's not looking too great, so multiple opportunity attacks is definitely not on his
Chomp on
agenda.
bats.
Yeah, so he's going to keep on attacking the bats.
Okay.
You could disengage and gotta go lick it.
18 hits. Yeah, he could take a disengage action. And
Yeah,
move
but
away
the
without
bats-
taking the opportunity attack.
Yeah, the bats would still chase him down though. So.
Yeah. You already
Yeah.
rolled the attack, so let's do that. But it's a good reminder.
Yeah, 15.
And that is enough to destroy that one that he attacked.
Okay.
Ending the attacks is probably.
He can now
better.
move and only take 1 opportunity attack.
Uh-huh.
If he wanted.
Let's see.
He's not going to be able to do anything to Strahd anyway, so he might as well attack bats.
Yeah, so he's going to stay where he is.
All right.
When I say that he's really bad off, he's got like 25 hit points left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
The
get
bats
that.
aren't going to be much of a threat to him at this point.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's staying where he is. Honor, that's you.
Uh-huh. I'm not going to be doing very much good against Strahd either.
Mm-hmm.
So, I might as well attack bats as well.
All right. That
9.
yeah hits. Are you hitting the one directly below you?
Yep.
All right. That one is not quite reduced to half, but almost. You can, and Anubis can make another attack against the bats next to him, right? Coordinated attack, or is it only
No,
if it's the same target?
Only if it's the same target.
Okay. All right. So that's Honor's turn. As we get to the lair action turn, you guys watch as Strahd walks right through the portcullis as though it's not there.
Oh, by the way,
And-
we've been leaving out. Everybody is getting +1 to saves and armor class because of the beacon.
Yeah.
So if you've been
Oh, the armor
Yeah.
class. Yeah, if you haven't.
Oh, I just took
if you
5
d-
because somebody rolled a 19.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So make sure you're including that. We're not going to retcon anything that's happened already, but
Okay.
yeah, make sure you're taking that into account if it's not already built into your character sheet.
Okay.
Yeah.
You might want to build it into your character sheet.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's a good idea to do
Just
that.
to help you remember. But yes, so as you guys watch, those of you close, I think it's probably only Rockjaw who's close enough to see. But yeah, Strahd just walked right through that portcullis as though it wasn't even there, and walked right up to the this crypt that you can kind of make out up the stairs, just barely.
Okay.
All right, that is the lair action turn. So Pavel, it is up to you now.
Yep. Pavel is going to move up. Let me just take a quick measurement here. Yeah, I'm going to move up 1 square.
Okay.
So, am I still subject to an opportunity attack if I just move there?
No, only if you move
Okay.
out of its melee range.
And then I am going to.
If you're trying to cast something on Zia, you still need to be in line of sight.
Oh, yeah, that is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. All right, let me see.
Mother Dragon in the chat suggests a Pac-Man vibe from this map.
Yeah, if I get a.
yeah. And there's even ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
If we exit through one
I
door,
go
come out the other
there.
side, we'll know. Trap.
Is that line of sight? Let's see here.
Yeah, I'll give you line of sight for there. It's close, but
Okay. So I've used up,
you do
unfortunately,
take one opportunity attack from the bat on that. So that's going to be an 8 to hit though, so it misses anyway.
That misses, right. Okay. And I used up all my level 1s, so I'm going to use Mass Healing Word, even though I'm only trying to heal 1 person.
I think several people could use it anyway.
Other people could use it. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm also going to use.
And mass healing word, do you need to be able to see the person for that? I don't remember.
Hold on, let me click on the description here. It's your color words up to 6 creatures of your choice that you can see within range.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
yeah, you still need to be able to see, but I'll let you say that from where you are, you can see Esmeralda, Van Richten, Rockjaw, and Zia.
What about Anubis?
Yeah, you can see Anubis too.
Okay. The other thing I'm going to do is use Circle of Mortality. So that essentially treats the roll as maxing out.
What?
Oh,
So what is that? That's one of your class features.
Yes, it says at first level you gain the ability to manipulate the line between life and death.
Right.
When you cast a spell that restores hit points to a living creature currently is 0, which is Zia.
Mm-hmm.
Treat any dice rolled to determine the spell's healing as having rolled their maximum result.
Nice.
If I was right- if
You
I
know
was
what?
right
And I'll
next-
even let that work for everybody else getting healed too. So
Oh.
basically, because one of the people being healed is at 0, so the maximum of what the dice could be is what everyone will get.
Okay.
Okay.
And let me just see see what the max is. I think it's 1d4 plus 4, so 8.
Yeah.
Well,
So
it depends what level you're casting it at, because it does go up above higher
mass
level.
healing word. Yeah. So what level are you casting it at? If you
How
cast
many
it at a
slots
higher
do I have?
level, it can give more. But
Yeah,
it
let's
takes
see
a higher
here.
level spell slot, of course.
That's a level 3. And I've got 2 slots there, and I've got all 3 level. I'll cast it at level 4.
Okay.
So that's
So
2d4.
what's-
yeah.
That'd be
So
close.
what's the points that way?
It would be 12.
2d4 plus 4. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 12 hit points for Anubis, and you can include yourself, since you can get up to 6, right? So Zia, Rockjaw, Van Richten, Esmeralda, Anubis, and you
Cool.
can all get 12 HP back. That's pretty nice.
For some reason, I stopped being able to manipulate Esmeralda's hit points. Let me just try reloading here. No, I can't. I can't manipulate her token at all.
Okay.
Wonder if you need to reload or
Can
something.
you move it or anything?
Oh, I know it's wrong. I got it. I got it
God,
straightened out. I had the wrong tool loaded.
yeah, that I do that too sometimes.
I do that all the time where I've clicked on the ruler.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, that's clutch. And so Zia, you find yourself coming to on the, surrounded by mist on this cold, befouled, bat guano covered floor, but now once again conscious. All right, that's Pavel's turn. It is Strahd's turn, and I'll say Zia and Rockjaw, you peering through this portcullis up the stairs can just barely see as Strahd reaches over to pick up something sitting on top of the casket, puts it at his belt, and then points his finger at you. And we're going to need a dexterity saving throw for Zia and Rockjaw and Van Richten and Esmeralda.
I can see it coming.
Yes. So you get your danger sense advantage.
Ugh.
That ain't good.
All right.
Where's
1,
that?
2.
So
And Esmeralda didn't make it either.
okay. So that is Strahd is casting fireball
Yeah.
at you.
Okay.
Kaboom. So that is 25 damage to all 4 of you.
Oh no, I succeeded. I had
Oh.
22, so I succeeded.
Oh yeah. Okay, you're right. With your advantage, then yes. So you take half.
Again, so 6.
And Z is down again.
And Esmeralda. Oh, you're controlling Esmeralda. Yeah, let me not.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But at least that death save was cleared out.
Yep. So yes, Rockjaw, as the fire and smoke clears, you see a vicious, sadistic grin on Strahd's face as he peers at you through this portcullis.
I return the grin. Is it my turn now?
Yeah.
Saw him go through the portcullis. I'm going to try to do the same. Maybe that way.
All right.
Just
Well,
sure,
so if
straight
you try
through.
to just walk right through, climb.
Oh no, I'm running.
Okay. No. Yeah. It's. You're strong, but you cannot run right through actual bars because that's
Well, I'm
what's
hoping
there.
to crush it on the way.
Well, you're going to need to make an athletics. I mean, you can try to lift it. I don't think you can just smash it down.
Really?
You're strong. You're not like just
We're not talking Hulk.
at
here.
a full run smashing right through a wall strong.
Okay. Well, I will try to rip it open then, or pull it up, I guess.
Yeah, you can try to make an athletics check to try to open it for sure.
Yeah.
19. Low roll.
Hang on, let me find my the stat for it. There we go. Hang on, let me find it. Okay, this one is 85. Okay.
Should we not be beating a retreat to find the
18
thing?
is not enough.
19.
19 is not enough.
Okay.
You find that this is a really strong, very reinforced portcullis. If this was like an ordinary city gate, maybe you could have smashed through it. But
Okay.
this is an intense portcullis here.
This is a special titanium model.
Yeah, it's very heavy.
Vibranium.
He was afraid of home invasion. You know.
Yeah. All right. I'll let you. I don't know. Do you have something else you would want to do?
Just try again. Is the only thing I want to try to do.
All right. I don't think I'll let you try again on this turn. If you had
Yep.
like a bonus action thing or something.
Yep.
All right. If you want, I'll allow that you did yourself 1 bludgeoning damage, smashing your face into it before trying to lift it.
All right.
This is me allowing you to keep your rage up.
Well, he did take the fireball, so
That's true too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it is Van Richten's turn, and he.
Ow.
Yeah,
Ow.
yeah, no, definitely. He's gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on you at a 4th level.
Okay.
And then that's, so let me go ahead and cast that at level 4. So that's 27.
27. Well, my maximum points are 21 at this point, so I'm full up.
Nice.
That's looking
All right.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think as he brings you back up, he shouts to like anyone who can hear and is saying, it's like, he's going to escape with the Sun Sword.
Working on it.
For anyone who, that's partly for anyone who wasn't close enough to have seen that was happening.
Yeah.
All right, that's Esmeralda's turn.
That was Van Richten's turn.
Esmeralda's turn next is what it was meaning to say.
If we can get enough time, this is not yet lost. All right. Okay. Esmeralda goes up to the grate next to
Rockjaw.
Rockjaw.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she'll cast Mirror Image.
Okay. So we'll put some little symbol on her to indicate.
Hold on. I put the ninja symbol on her.
That works. Okay.
Yeah, so she now has 3 duplicates.
Yeah. Yes. So Strahd is just kind of standing there with a grin as he's watching you all kind of cluster now around the casket. All right, that's Esmeralda's turn.
Bats?
Yep, the bats. So this one bat's going to continue to follow after Shadow.
Seriously? What a pest.
Yeah, well, he's trying to do his master's bidding. That's 1 more piercing damage.
You might say he has a bad attitude.
One might if one really wanted to.
We're getting 1 full strength attack towards Pavel. It's a 14 to hit. 1 against Anubis. That's a crit, but still only 7. And now 2 full strength against Honor.
The 16 hits.
Yeah. All right, so that's another 4 piercing damage. Yep. All right, that's the bat's turn. Zia, you're up, and you're conscious again, feeling a little bit crispy.
Zia staggers to his feet, still smoldering from the fireball, and casts telekinesis and tries to pull the sun sword out of Strahd's hands.
Nice. Okay, so what? How does that work? I don't have that spell up or anything.
Hold on.
I was really hoping you had that.
Yeah. Me
This
too.
has been something I have been thinking about ever since I took the spell in the first place. If the object is worn or carried by a creature, you must make an ability check with your spellcasting ability contested by that creature's strength. If you succeed, you pull the object away and move it 30 feet in any direction, but not beyond the range of the spell.
But it's a contested check instead of a saving throw, which is kind of key, actually. Because he has legendary resistance.
Right, but this is a strength check.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
Against my ability. No, I think it's my spellcasting ability. So
Against
it's just
his
against my
strength.
intelligence. My intelligence against his strength.
Okay, so
Oh!
Oh man.
Yeah.
See, I was holding onto that 20 in order to grab it. Oh.
Ah.
Well, he
so
could
I
also
went
roll
ahead
one.
and rolled the strength for Strahd.
Yeah,
now,
it'll be around as
in-
long as I'm still up.
yeah. So you still have the spell going,
Yeah.
but I think what that turns out to be is you're holding out, you're trying to pull it, and you think it's working, but then you realize that Strahd's just messing with you. He's like, oh, you want this? You want it? No.
Oh, great, now he's a jerk.
Oh, he's been a jerk all along. You just know it now.
Yeah.
He's descended into trolling.
Yeah. So are you moving or anything?
Well, he does regenerate. I can't break line of sight. I'm gonna back up a little bit. I'm still well within the range of the spell. And just desperately
You
hold
can't.
on to the spell.
I mean, I think you would need to be in line of sight to try to make it happen again the next turn, but I don't think you have to stay within line of sight throughout.
All right. Then in that case, I'll move behind the crypt.
Yeah, I think you just have to hold concentration on the spell, and then you just would have to move within line of sight again.
Actually,
before
I
using
want
it
to move
again.
further than that. 10, 20, 30. Okay.
Okay.
Outside the blast radius. Good idea.
All right. So that's Zia's turn. So it is now Shadow's turn again.
Shadow is going to try and dispatch this bat. With scimitar.
That hits. And there was only one bat left, so she cuts it in half.
Sweet.
All right. Is she moving or anything?
Pesky rodent. She's going to move. Whoops, I've got the ruler turned on. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll have her stop right there.
All right. Okay. Anubis' turn.
These bats are just really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Have
So,
lunch.
nope. Yeah,
Yeah.
but 14 doesn't hit.
14 does hit the
Oh,
bats.
14
Yeah.
does hit.
Yeah.
Okay. So 12.
All right. And that reduces it to half.
Okay.
Okay. Honor.
And let's see. 12.
12 is exactly what you need to hit, actually.
Okay. So 8.
Yeah.
Still to the same one straight below
Yeah.
me.
So that one is below half now. All right. Okay. Pavel.
Pavel. How many hit points is Anubis down to?
He's down to 30.
Okay, so he's got a little wiggle room.
Yeah, against bats, that's not such a bad. It's not such a bad ratio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
That's
you know what?
literally 2d4 is the maximum they can do.
All right,
unless they crit, I guess.
I'm going to attack these bats that are next to me then.
All right.
I'll take my mace to him.
Okay. Is this your new mace, or? I mean, it's still unless you had a mace already. If this
I
is
did
your
already
regular
have a
mace.
mace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have not attuned to the
the thigh bone?
yeah,
Yeah,
which
no, I
acts
haven't.
as a mace but doesn't have its magical properties until you attune to it.
Okay.
Yeah, 16 hits.
6 points.
And you swat a few bats out of the air. All right.
And I'm going to hold my position.
Okay, so technically I should have done this before it was Pavel's turn, because that's
the
where the
lair
lair actions happen. And you guys watch as Strahd just chuckles and says, You never should have come here. You should have taken my offer. And then he just walks through the wall.
Running away.
Boy, he's got a lot of attitude.
All right, so that was the lair action.
Oh,
So we did Pavel's turn. So Rockjaw, it is your turn now. You can try again on the portcullis if you want. But Strahd is no longer in sight in there.
Does the portcullis have some nasty sharp bits on it?
Yeah. Like the points that go into the floor are sharp.
Is that the only parts that are sharp?
You're looking to try to hurt yourself on it?
When I grab it, yeah.
I mean, it's mostly just steel bars.
Okay.
I mean, it would be sharp on the points though.
No, I look at. I think it's. What's her name beside me there?
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
Okay. I'm sorry. What was the question?
I just look at her and sort of growl, "Stab me!" and grab it.
She shrugs and pokes him.
It's not every day you get an invitation like that.
Yeah.
I mean, she can if we want to do it mechanically, she can do it on her turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we're still technically in initiative.
maybe-
The bats are still attacking.
Scratch me. Technically, would be what it would say, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah. So let's try this again. This was an athletics roll.
Yep.
All right.
That does
All
it.
right.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Much better.
That does it. You're able to lift this portcullis, and you are able to now hold it aloft, but you feel that like it will drop again if you let it go.
Okay. I don't
So-
know if it's worth going in there. No, I'm going to hold it, but we'll see.
All right. Are you just holding it then?
Yep.
All right. So that's Rockjaw's turn. It is Van Richten's turn, and let's. Here's my Rictavio character sheet. I think that.
Spectre.
Hmm?
I didn't see a spectre on there.
Oh no! I clicked that by accident when I was closing the other thing. Yeah, so don't worry about that. I think that he is going to glance around and move up to Esmeralda and cast Cure Wounds on her at first level. So that's another 8
Okay.
hit points for her. Now it's Esmeralda's turn.
All right. Looking through her gear here, she doesn't really have a good way of doesn't have any equipment to lock that portcullis in place like a spike or anything.
It's
So-
really heavy too.
Yeah, she's gonna run inside to that crypt.
Okay. So as she's entering, let me just read the description here. White marble steps. Oh, you know what? I had been saying that the stairs went up. They actually go down. So anyway, white marble steps descend to a tomb that has a vaulted ceiling 30 feet overhead. A stillness, a calm amid the storm is felt here. In the center of the tomb, a white marble slab supports an intricately inlaid coffin. Chiseled into the slab is a name, Sergei von Zarovich. To the north, behind the coffin, are 3 alcoves. A beautifully carved statue stands in each alcove. A stunning young man flanked by 2 angels, looking as polished and new as the day each was placed there. An iron lever protrudes from the south wall west of the tomb's entrance.
Oh, okay. Well, then she'll throw that lever when she goes by it.
Okay. When she pulls the lever, Rockjaw, you find the portcullis now lifts out of your hands and seems to stay up.
I broke it.
Yeah, so three Esmeraldas went in there and pulled the lever.
And she's watching those statues suspiciously because this wouldn't be the first
was
set.
the lever? On the
animated.
stairs?
Hmm?
The lever was on the stairs?
It was on the
No, it's-
south wall, basically, just inside
Yeah, you
the
couldn't
room.
see it from the
okay.
entrance.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
too easy.
It's
Yeah,
like
that's true.
like here.
Okay.
So it's still the bats initiative though. So we've got one. I think this one is now below half. Yes, 1/2 strength against Anubis. It's a 14, so that's a miss. 1 full strength against Pavel. That's a 13, so that'll miss. Now 1 of each against Honor. Looks like they all miss. Those bats are very missing today. No,
They're
that's a
nearsighted.
weird thing to say. Yeah, they're confused. Because they came down from the ceiling to help their master, and now they are not sure where he went. And it's like, we still doing this or what? All right, Zia, you're up.
Zia still has his telekinesis spell active. He's going to move to within line of sight of the coffin
Okay.
and lift the lid of the coffin.
All right. So, when it's just an object, it's like could you just do it up to 1,000 pounds, right? Or do
Right,
you have to?
right.
You don't have to make a check or anything.
Object. When you try to move an object that weighs up to 1,000 pounds, if it isn't worn and carried, you automatically move it 30 feet in any direction, but not beyond the range of the spell.
Okay. Now you do feel like it resists, meaning like it is, was secured. It wouldn't be trivial to open it by hand, but 1,000 pounds will do it, for sure. And so the coffin opens, and I think, I'll say you can see from where you are that you see there is a body there, magically preserved. It is a very handsome young man. Looks almost as though he's sleeping, and he is in fancy armor. He's in just gleaming plate armor.
Aha! Now that's interesting.
All right, Shadow's turn. We're gonna stay in. You know what? You know what? I don't care about finishing off the bats. The bats, disperse.
Okay.
We're not in initiative anymore because who cares? Who
Um,
cares about finishing off the bats? I sure don't. All right.
All right. I'm just going to have Shadow move up here.
Okay.
And
And Zia is just cursing in Vistani, not like throwing curses, but just saying really foul words in Vistani, just constantly. He's
I'm not going to ever take an action right now.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, we're no longer in initiative. We're just, at this point, the.
Oh wait.
I think Rictavio does say if anyone else needs urgent healing.
Yes. Yes, she could do that. What's everybody looking like right now? Zia, you're max. You're at your max right now. Right?
yeah. I'm at my max 21 hit points.
How about the good doctor here?
He could heal himself. But yeah,
Okay.
actually, he could use some healing as well. He looks fairly wounded, not on death's door, but he's taken some damage for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
Both Anubis and I need healing as well.
Okay. So I think Rictavio will wave Shadow away and just say,
Okay.
I can take care of myself, but thank you. Heal others that need it.
Okay, let me.
Yeah.
As his blood cools, Rockjaw's going to move into the room and look at this body. He's kind of cracking his knuckles, deciding whether he wants to decimate it.
So I guess make an investigation check.
Sure.
I've lost track of Anubis.
Holy shit.
I see. Oh right.
Printed that investigation check.
All right. So what you can tell examining this body is that you do see a family resemblance to Strahd. The name, of course, on the crypt was Sergei von Zarovich, which, would give you a pretty good suspicion that this is Strahd's brother. The one who was the original owner of the Sun Sword, the one who Tatiana was actually in love with and married, thus setting into action all of the horrible tragedy that followed. The body is magically preserved to the extent that it looks like there's been no decay at all. However, is not breathing, and it is perfectly still.
Is he dead or is he living? He looks living.
I am
Can he
tempted
still
to.
feel pain?
Rictavio's casting Cure Wounds 2nd level on himself. That's only 6, but that's still.
I'm tempted to attempt to dispel the enchantment on this to see if he wakes up.
Let me add too, especially because you critted that investigation, that this armor that he's wearing is, it's the sort of thing you would expect like a holy paladin to wear. It's just gleaming and gorgeous and looks very powerful as armor, but there's not a speck on it. You're almost certain that the armor itself is magical as well.
He is the exact opposite of Strahd. No wonder Strahd hated him.
I think we need this armor.
What about
Here.
the body?
Help me get it off of them.
I think Van Richten will come up and kind of approach and like look down thoughtfully at it and says, "If this man was as good as we have been led to understand, and I believe that he is, he would want his armor to help defeat the evil monster that his brother has become. That said, I would ask that we treat his remains with respect."
Yes, of course.
But is he dead? Can he come back?
It is not within our power to return him to life if he is dead.
Yeah, I think after checking a little bit, Rictavio and Esmeralda would conclude that there is some enchantment that has kept him from decaying, but he does appear to be dead and not,
what did
any
he
sort
die
of an
of?
under.
Was there any wounds on the body?
Hang on, let me let me look up what happened.
While you're looking that up, Pavel is going to cast Mass Healing Word at 3rd level on Anubis in honor.
Okay. Thank you.
Isn't that like up to 6 targets?
Yeah.
If anybody else needs it.
All right.
Yeah,
Let me
5 points, that's it.
look up what
I'm going to
happened
cast
here.
heavy lifting and lift up the body to make it easier for them to take the armor off.
Every little bit helps. But thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah. So what you realize after checking the body is the only mark on the body is a pair of fang marks in the neck.
That's
sick.
and it is enough.
Yeah. So what you know from the history you had gleaned over time, which you could absolutely be forgiven for having some of it be blurry because it's been so long as we kind of go through. But essentially, Strahd made his pact with the dark powers out of jealousy that Tatiana loved Sergei instead, and he was jealous of Sergei's youth and vitality, and so he murdered his brother and drank his blood, and it was in fact that evil act that's what officially sort of transformed him into what he is now. He made the pact with the dark forces in the Amber Temple and then sealed it by drinking his brother's blood.
Oh, yay.
It's pretty dark, all right.
Yeah.
All right. So now that Strahd has left, we have at least a little bit of a chance to find the staff.
We need to find the staff.
Yeah.
The plan is not.
I think Zia, as you guys are discussing and hearing that, as that subject comes up, Zia, once again, you hear just sort of a slight whispered voice from somewhere to the south just saying, "This way."
All right. I stumble back up the stairs and follow the voice.
All right.
What are these alcoves behind us? Anything interesting?
No, those are just where the statues are. The statues are beautiful and spotless, but there's not any other things of note about them.
They're currently not animate.
Yeah, I kind of look
Nope.
away, look back just to make sure they haven't moved.
Yeah. So it's it's you certainly could be your confusion could be forgiven for certain.
So,
Um,
It's caution, not confusion.
yes. Um, as Zia seems to be following this voice, and I would imagine the rest of you are accompanying him. Um, you all kind of hang on. Let me double check which one we're actually going to. Yeah. Okay. You are making your way into the southern half of all of this, and as you're kind of weaving in and out between all of these different, tombs, these catacombs, like this whole southern half of ones, you haven't inspected any of those,
yeah.
but you see, several of you see just a slight ghostly figure beckoning you towards one in particular. It is this one.
Okay.
Do we trust him? Why
I
do
was
we?
going to
And
say, can anybody detect traps?
Rockjaw, you don't recognize the figure. Zia, you don't recognize the figure, but Honor and Shadow recognize that the ghostly figure looks like Jasric.
Do we trust him?
Jasric.
And for some reason, Zia trusts him.
As you guys approach, the figure just once again points to that particular crypt and nods and then fades away.
Rockjaw, would you do the honors, please?
The pleasure would
As
be
you
mine.
as you approach that particular crypt and look at the nameplate on it, it says Grimoire Nimblenobs, Wizard Ordinaire.
Ordinaire. He was extraordinarily average.
Yes.
Well, that was the actual clue that you had.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was literal. Who knew?
Yeah. So as you open the slab, I mean, I'll reveal it on the map, but the map doesn't actually show anything in there, but just to indicate that you searched that one. But what you see inside, lying on a marble slab in the center of this crypt, is the corpse of a man with a long white beard. His skin clings tightly to his skull and bones, and he wears dusty red robes. Clutched to his chest is a wooden staff that has a brass knob on one end and a marble knob on the other.
Is this it?
Zia stumbles forward and just picks up the staff.
As you're a little bit closer, and the staff, you just you have to sort of gently disengage it from the skeleton's hands, but nothing happens. But as you're standing up there closer, you realize that this marble, this marble slab that's in there, has a shallow concave recess at one end, and it looks like the shape of it matches the two rounded ends of the staff.
Okay. And one's brass and one's marble.
Yeah, one is brass and one is marble, and it's a marble slab.
I will touch the marble end to the marble concave
Yes.
slab.
As you do, the slab begins to levitate. It raises, lifting 5 feet into the air, revealing a compartment underneath.
Hmm.
What's in it?
And inside the compartment is... hold on, let me flip to where I can describe it.
Do all wizards get such toys?
It
Or are
is...
they all ordinary?
In the compartment is a medallion on a chain. The medallion is silver and shaped like a sun. It's about the size of a splayed fist, and has a brilliant ruby in the center of it. And it looks as though it has got markings on it resembling runes for the worship of Lathander, the Morning Lord.
A holy symbol.
And I think inspecting it, Van Richten will look and just say, "This is the holy symbol of Ravenkind. So I'll confirm. This is the holy symbol you were looking for." Da 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 da. Or actually, maybe the treasure chest from Legend of Zelda is more.
Did we get the armor off of the guy at the
Well, okay, we'll say that you guys are also doing that. I don't think we had established that it was completed, but yes. So what I'll say is that this armor clearly seems magical, and it is a full set of plate armor.
I think that should go to Pavel. I don't think anyone else in the group is
Okay.
to carry it, and that means that you've got a spare set of armor.
Yeah. So, Pavel, because that one doesn't require attunement anyway, and you're going to equip it, I'll just tell you, it is +2 plate armor, which means it gives you an AC of 20 all by itself.
All right.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh, by the way, our temporary addition to the AC, I assume, is gone now.
No,
Nope.
it's still there.
Oh, okay.
That was from lighting the beacon.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's as long as the beacon stays lit.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of armor were you wearing?
I should have it written down here somewhere. Scale mail.
Scale
Okay.
mail. No,
Yeah.
Put
can't wear
Benedictine
it.
in that.
Can anybody else wear that?
I can't.
I can't.
Did the
Benedictine
body
is a
have a
cleric. He
shield?
might. He needs some kind of protection.
What's the question? I'm sorry, I'm looking away.
Can Van Richten wear the scale mail?
I don't think so. Let's see, what does he have? Well, first of all, he's missing an arm, but that doesn't necessarily interfere with wearing armor. He's just wearing leather armor.
Okay.
It doesn't really say, but that said, I mean, he is effectively a cleric.
Yeah, and besides that, the things that happen if you wear armor you're not proficient with aren't going to hurt him that much anyways, because mostly he's casting spells.
You can't cast spells if you're wearing armor you're not proficient in.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's up to him. He can.
Yeah,
it's
so
available if he
scale
wants to wear it.
mail he is proficient with medium armor,
Yeah.
which he's wearing right now. He has leather armor on. Let me.
Scale is medium.
Okay, yeah, so he could wear that.
Okay.
And
Was there a shield with the other body?
No.
Well,
You've already gotten a big gift there.
Yeah, I was actually just remembering that I should have been making sure that I mean it didn't, I think, come into play, but certainly Rick Tavio and Esmeralda should also be getting this +1 to saving throws and AC.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm deleting the scale mail from my inventory here, and that's going to Von Richtenberg.
All right.
Van Richten,
Let me-
yeah.
If I can actually find the right page. Scale mail, 14 plus dex. Okay. So he has a +1 dex, so it would be 15. And then, yeah, okay, that's definitely a boost for him. So you guys would probably have to help him get it on, but with the boost to that and his and the beacon, he actually has an AC of 16 now.
Yeah,
Nice.
which is almost good enough.
Well, that's a lot better than before.
Yeah.
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 All right. Okay. So, are you guys taking a short rest?
I think.
Oh yes, absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah,
I would think a short rest could be including, wandering around and looking at nameplates, but I think opening anything like that is going to not be short rest. But if you take a short rest, Pavel, are you also attuning to St. Markovia's thigh bone?
Yes. Why not?
All right. Well, then I will give you. I think I already gave you for magic items the thigh bone of St. Markovia, but let me also give, because what it essentially is it has the properties of a mace of disruption.
Okay.
But it also, if it scores one or more hits against a vampire or a vampire spawn in the course of a single battle, The thigh bone crumbles into dust once the battle concludes, which just means that it's going to be very powerful, but it will be very powerful for one battle if you're fighting
Okay.
vampires. So keep that in mind. But the Mace of Disruption basically gives, anytime you hit a fiend or an undead, it takes an extra 2d6 radiant damage.
Okay.
And if it has 25 hit points or fewer, more stuff happens. Let me put that in your.
Oh, you're putting in for me? Okay.
The Mace of Disruption.
Okay.
Yeah. So essentially, what you can do is equip a Mace of Disruption. Yeah. And so that will be a powerful weapon against fighting, undead things. And in your new +2 plate armor too, that might you have effectively just made yourself a tank against vampires. But at the same time, like if you use it against a vampire spawn, or theoretically any other vampire, and get a hit with it, it's only going to be good for that battle.
Okay.
So Saint Markovia has essentially given you a weapon to fight Strahd. Period.
It's a nice thing to have. Mm-hmm. So is that supposed to be showing up in my equipment list?
Well, I didn't put it in yet, but you can add it there.
Okay.
I didn't. I'll do that for you if you want. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys can take your short rest. You can do your hit dice stuff if you like. Short rest is not enough to restore any reductions to hit point maximum. That takes a long rest.
That takes a long rest. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is enough to spend hit dice if you want to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Let's see. How much am I down? 20 points. Do that.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's not rolling hit dice. Okay, her hit dice are 1d3 plus 1d8 plus 3.
So I gave you the Mace of Disruption, Pavel. It is now in your attacks list.
Okay.
You can see that it does 1d6 plus 2 bludgeoning normally, but also
See, 2d6.
Yeah, 2d6 bludgeoning, or excuse me, 2d6 radiant against fey, fiends, or undead.
Okay. Thanks.
And
Alright.
is Esmeralda still a ninja?
Nope, the spell went away.
Yeah. Are you guys wanting to look at any more of these crypts, or and where are you having your short rest, by the way? Are you wanting to hide out in any particular spot, or?
Zia's just hanging out inside this crypt. He's not in any mood to go anywhere.
Right.
I'm gonna wander.
And who wants the holy symbol? Because that actually has a whole bunch of stuff that it can do.
I think Pavel should also have that. I mean,
Okay.
So the holy symbol, what I'll
It's not for my deity, but
I don't think you were.
Your
You don't
paladin,
follow
right?
the Morning Lord.
Yeah.
well then Van Richten could also.
Yeah, Van Richten could do it. In fact, actually, that's maybe not a terrible idea, just because that it does fighting undead things, but not like combat. It's more like spells and control.
So,
Okay, so what I'll do is are you guys deciding that you want Van Richten to have it?
yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so what I'll tell you then, as he attunes to it, and he points out to you is this is an incredibly powerful artifact. It will be extremely useful in this fight. Which you guys, that makes sense. This is essentially a treasure on the level of the Sun Sword, as it was pitched to you originally. So what it does is, it has 10 charges to begin with. It can do 3 things: hold vampires, As an action, you can expend 1 charge and present the holy symbol to make it flare with holy power. Vampires and vampires spawn within 30 feet of the holy symbol have to make a wisdom saving throw of 15. On a failed save, they are paralyzed for 1 minute.
Oh, wow.
They can repeat the saving throw at the end of each turn, but it's a DC 15 every time. It can also do the turn undead feature for 3 charges, or turn unholy when you present the symbol. And when you do that, undead have disadvantage on their saving throws to be turned. And you can use 5 charges to make it shed bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. The light is sunlight and lasts for 10 minutes or until you end the effect. And that takes 5 charges.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So you guys
Perfect
keep
for
in mind
vampires.
that, and like because I'm controlling him, I'll kind of offer some guidance there. But you guys you can tell me when you would want him to do that. So, like I said, it starts with 10 charges, 5 charges for sunlight, 3 for a turn undead, 1 for hold vampires. All right. So, are you looking at any of these other crypts, or we can say that you've done your short rest stuff? Let me actually roll some for Rictavio while I've got him.
Rockjaw will be walking around casually looking.
Okay, let me...
The names don't mean much to him anyway.
All right. Well, I could just kind of read down the list too. How about this? I'll just kind of read down the list of the ones in this like southern half. There's a bunch of them, as you can see, but like you guys could just let me know if some of them seem like, ooh, we want to know more about that or something.
Okay.
But let me roll for Rictavio's hit dice. So let's see. Oh, hang on. So that's should actually be, that would be 12 for 4 hit dice. He has a ways to go still. So he'll roll another 4.
Yeah.
And another 10. Yeah, I think he'll leave it there. Okay. So he's in much better shape than now. Okay, so let's read some of these funny crypt names. Okay, so starting with this one, which is 21. You guys don't see the numbers, but so the order I'm doing these are left to right, each row in sequence. So that starting with that top row in this half of the room is Patrina Velikovna, bride, and Shadow would definitely recognize that was the name of Casimir's sister.
Oh, okay.
That was the sister that he wanted to bring back with the dark powers.
Does it look like the door's been disturbed?
No.
Huh.
Well, recall that you guys talked him out of pursuing and getting
Right.
that actual power at the time.
Yep,
And
but
he-
he did sign up with Strahd after that.
That's true. So that is that one. And the next one is Sir Eric Vonderbucks. So the next one that you see actually says Pavel on it.
Say
And
what?
it's your first and last name, Pavel, is on that crypt.
Wait, is Pavel his first and last name?
Well, I don't know your last name. But yeah, so it's your name on it, Pavel.
Ah,
You have
Well, that's not- that's not creepy at all.
So the next one is Ivan Ivilskovich. Hang on, I just got tiny text. Champion of winter dog racing. The race may go to the swift, but vengeance is for the loser's relatives. The next one is
The bumper sticker.
Stefan Gregorovich, first counselor to King Barov von Zarovich. And the next one is Intre Sikvalu. He spurned wealth for the knowledge he could take to heaven. This one... Oops, hang on. This one right there is missing its door. And you know what? Yeah, okay, that's what happens. As you guys walk by that door, 3 giant wolf spiders attack. Because it's missing its door and they attack.
Short rest over.
Yeah. So, if you guys were all kind of walking around, who wants to take credit for having been the ones that did... all right.
I will. I don't care.
All right. So, Pavel, yeah, these we're gonna roll initiative as you see these spiders emerging from this this crypt to attack. So, let's get Rictavio on the initiative.
Lovely.
If I can.
Oh, we are not rolling well at all.
Not at all. Shadow.
All right.
Okay, that second one was supposed to be Shadow.
All right. Yeah, it's a shadow got on there. Yeah. As long as you've got the right one clicked.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say the spiders pour out of this thing, hissing and, but everyone's kind of got some, some quick reflexes. So actually, Shadow's up first.
Okay. Let's see. She moves up from there to there to the 6 spots, and she's going to try to roast them.
All right.
So produce flame. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, that hits.
9.
All right. So I'll say she's... Yeah, so that one is pretty wounded. These things are not super tough. It's not dead, but that hurt it a lot.
Okay.
Okay. Zia, your turn.
Zia moves over here, looks for a clear shot, and fires a firebolt.
All right.
26.
Yep.
13 damage.
All right. Were you attacking the one that she attacked or one of the
Sure.
others? All right. Yeah, that one's incinerated.
Cloud of embers just kind of
Yep.
floats away.
Yeah. All right. That makes Honor's turn next.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Heavy crossbow.
Yeah.
18
18 hits. Yeah.
Splat.
Right.
and
it
15
is,
damage.
And it is a beast, so that and you kill that one. You pin the one. You pin it to a wall. It's pinned like a specimen. Yeah, so you guys are definitely get the sense that like these things are not a serious threat. It's more a matter of just putting down a nuisance.
It's an annoyance, right?
Yeah. Rockjaw, you're up. There's one left.
Kind of peering around the corner. Hey! Ah! I pull out my heavy battle axe I've not been able to use for a long time. My great axe. Give it a swing. Oh, it feels good.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah, you got it.
I'm not raging, but still 19 damage.
Yeah, you cut it in half.
Where's more? More. Open
All
more
right.
doors.
Da 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 da.
Hey, crispy spider leg.
All right,
Is this
hang on,
edible?
No.
There we go.
Oh.
There we go. I have to reload it. It was getting wonky. Okay, so that was briefly exciting.
Anything in the room?
Let me pull this back up. No, there's nothing else in there. Just sort of remains of webs and stuff. All right, so continuing to read these, and also I'll note that you haven't really inspected the big ones to the the southmost edge or the the one that has the glowing wall yet. So we'll maybe come to those last after I read the rest of these. We got Pascal Offenheis, Chef Deluxe. Baron Eisglaze Droof. And then Prefect Cyril Romulich, beloved of King Barov and Queen Ravenovia, High Priest of the Most Holy Order. And then 31 here. So we're up to this one now. And that one just says, "We knew him only by his wealth." The next one, the door to this crypt has no name or epitaph on it. The next one says, "Sir Klutz Tripolotsky. He fell on his own sword."
Voiced by his own petard.
Yes, indeed.
It might have a shoe.
That just makes me think of a webcomic recently, Questionable Content, just had a punchline at the end of a particular installment where someone was just saying, "No, my petard!" Next is King Dostron the Hellborn. Next, Sir Yarnwald the Trickster. The joke was on him. The next one, claw marks obliterate the name on this crypt's door. The next one is the one right here that you just got the the holy symbol out of.
What the I did a short rest with the staff. Is it magical? Is it?
Oh, the staff itself is not magical.
Okay. All right, then I'll leave it in the crypt.
Yeah, it's just an ordinary quarterstaff.
For an ordinary wizard.
Yeah. The next one is General Kroval Mad Dog Grislek, Master of the Hunt, a leader of hounds and men. And then the last one of these ones here in the center is Bucephalus the Wonder Horse. May the flowers grow ever brighter where he trods. And then this last one, on the far right here, that one is Tatsal Eris, last of the line. And then so you guys see kind of from a distance that there's a another port, so on the southern end here, there is another. Why does my window keep messing up here? Hang on. My Roll20 is doing a weird thing. I think it's okay, but it's just my little tools bar is like half off the screen. Okay, so the next one, so that's all of the the smaller ones. What you can see, the one to the right in the middle has that glowing barrier that you have not really approached close to yet, and then the one in the south, you see that it has a similar portcullis to the one around Sergei's tomb, but you haven't approached close enough to see further in.
Do you want to look at your own, Pavel?
Yes, actually, I would like to see that.
Okay.
Where's that one?
That one was this. Oops. right here.
Okay. So I will go over there.
All right.
Is the door sealed?
Yes. Just like all of the others, it doesn't seem to, be any different in another regard. And I'll sort of reveal it just because you searched it, but the map, the map itself doesn't show anything on it. But so when you open the door, it releases a horrid stench of decay and reveals a corpse lying on the marble slab within, and it looks like Pavel,
You
only
stink.
dead and rotten.
This is what awaits.
All of us, sooner or later. Let
Yeah.
us make it. Let us bend all efforts to make it later.
Pavel is like, death is a part of life.
Most of us don't have a room reserve.
All right.
I know the right people. What can I say?
Right or wrong?
Honor is going to peek into the the room with the glowing barrier.
Okay, I will cover that in just a moment. There's a couple of things I need to, okay, there we are. I just need to find the description of some stuff. Okay. All right.
So, do you really not know why your room is here and you have a dead body, Pavel? Have you died before?
Just remember, you're carrying my disembodied head on your belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shadow says, remember when we saw that gallows that looked like, or that place where it looked like it was me burning at the stake?
I don't think they were there for that.
No.
Well, yeah, I guess, he's like, oh yeah, I guess it was just you, Honor. But yeah, that happened.
Yeah, I remember that.
It also happened where they tried to actually do that to me on Yester Hill, so
In answer to your question,
that was
Mr.
after the
Rockjaw,
Vistani kidnapped me.
I have not crossed that particular plane.
No plains here, only woods.
Honor, as you approach that glowing barrier, wide steps descend to a landing flanked by two alcoves. Within each alcove, taking up the full 30-foot height of the ceiling, is a bronze statue of a warrior holding a spear. A soft blue curtain of light flows between the two alcoves. Dimly visible on the other side of the curtain are more descending stairs.
Okay.
I do not trust statues.
I don't either. That's why I'm not going down the stairs.
Well, especially ones that have curtains of obviously magical light between them.
Yeah.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
Yeah, don't ask that question. So, I propose, now that we've got this holy symbol, that we go try and get to the heart.
I agree.
Yes.
There are more crypts here, and another one with the portcullis. Someone important is there. Maybe he has more armor.
I do not think we should wait.
You do recall the architect, when you spoke with Dead, telling you that the three special crypts in the catacombs were for Sergei, Strahd's brother, his mother and father, and then Strahd himself.
So perhaps the parents are on the other side of this portcullis?
That seems most likely to me.
Yeah. And where the final battle with Strahd is supposed to be is his mother's tomb.
And you asked about the mother's tomb, and he told you it was this one guarded by the curtain.
Yeah.
So the one to the south is going to be Strahd's tomb, and if we go there, he will definitely attack. And we do not want that to happen until we have dealt with the heart.
I don't care how many thigh bones I've got. Yeah.
So I think we definitely need to head for the heart
Okay.
without delay.
Right.
So we need to get to the second highest tower.
And it looks like the only way out of here that we haven't tried is this staircase over here.
I think. Do we have any idea where that goes? Zia thinks about his memory of the architecture and the explorations that have gone on, and tries to figure out.
You guys haven't been that way.
That's right. He's not using his memory. He's trying to. I'm trying to let me have an investigation
Okay. All right.
check
I'll let
to
you
come to some kind of conclusion.
make an intelligence check, or
Okay.
I'll even give you investigation if that's
I don't have
better.
proficiency, so it's just
Okay.
investigation. It's a 16.
Okay. So you guys, so you recall that the stairs that you came down that led to the level where Rahadin's office and the Hall of Bones and the like the wine storage where you met the Clovis Bellevue, you know that this area would not, there was no apparent opening to like this stairwell from there. So it may be that it goes up higher than that.
Yeah.
There are many levels to the castle, but so in relation to anywhere within the castle that you've been already, that's the best you can tell.
I think it is worthwhile to explore these stairs.
Okay, I'm with you.
At least Strahd didn't go this way.
But who knows?
Where did I leave Shadow? Let's see. Oh,
At the
Yeah.
bottom.
At the bottom.
Yeah.
He's hiding in the shadow. It's appropriate.
Ba-dum-bum.
All right, so I'm going to briefly switch us to a map that you're not going to get out on because there's no opening to leave it on that map, but just so that you can have an understanding of where in the castle space this is happening.
Yeah.
So let me, and I also have to make sure that you guys, that your tokens are in the appropriate place. All right. So. If I can try to grab stuff, everyone. Okay. I don't know why I made them. Why those guys? Why they look like?
We're ghosts.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, so you guys are climbing those stairs. And let me find the actual description of it. So you climb up 40 feet, and what your investigation check kind of tells you is that at this point, you know that you are at the level of that room that you had been in. So when you took the stairs down from those servants' entrance, and you were on the level where the Hall of Bones was, and where you spotted the elevator trap, and where you fought some skeletons in a previous visit, that you are now at that level, but there is no exit to that level from these stairs.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So the stairs continue to go up, and let me. So I've got a lot of stuff to scroll through now because we're.
Zia is definitely not taking the lead.
Okay, yeah. So that's a good point. What is kind of the marching order here?
Rock Jeff first.
And I think Pavel also ought to go in the front.
Yeah.
I hope that architect didn't get paid well.
Oh,
He got
that's
paid in goods, meaning like a crypt location.
Yeah.
That's how he got paid, is by getting sealed into a crypt.
And Esmeralda will take up the rear here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this staircase, the large flagstones of this spiraling staircase lead up and down around a 20-foot wide stone core. Cobwebs fill the staircase, making it difficult to see even the ceiling. Heavy beams sag overhead from centuries of supporting weight. And, yeah, okay. And then
How's the light? And
it's total darkness unless you guys have cast light on something. I had been assuming that you guys had been because Van Richten has the light cantrip.
okay.
So if you
I
guys
think
want
Bumble
to
has
be in
it,
total darkness and in order to be stealthy or something, let me know. Because otherwise, I'm assuming that you guys have
No,
lights.
no, we're in light. Yeah.
I think we want to see
Dia's,
where we're going.
Dia is keeping a light spell in his staff.
Yeah. Yeah, I have dark vision, so I'm going to stay a little bit farther back to guard the rear approach.
Okay.
And Anubis is operating by smell.
Yep.
Let's see. We need to There's a little bit of a complicated thing happening here because as you continue to climb another 30 feet from where you are here, it describes up 30 feet to rubble blockage. But I'm trying to find where it actually describes that rubble blockage so I can describe it to you.
Damn those invading rubble forces.
Yeah. Let's see.
Is she saying that we've run into a rebellion?
Ooh, nice.
Thank you.
um,
That was spontaneous.
okay.
I see you weren't blocked.
Yeah.
Maybe humor isn't the right stone for here.
Yeah, that's actually our secret weapon. We will pun Strahd to death. Make him run away.
Eventually he'll surrender in despair.
We are getting bolder and bolder.
Uh-huh.
Okay. New wall. Okay, so I think that there's what it's actually describing when it says that. I'm sorry that this is taking me a moment, but the map is a little bit unclear, and I want to make sure that I'm. Well, you know what? I also here's what I'm just gonna say is that you reach as you're trying to climb up the stairs, is you find that there is an area of the stairs that has kind of where the wall has sort of collapsed into rubble, and you could potentially clear the rubble and go through this way, but it would probably take you guys like half an hour just
Not
working,
if one of our party has telekinesis.
It
I'm
wouldn't
not
still
going to
be
use
up
it
though.
here. I'm not going to use it here.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this
Yeah.
even the right tower?
Oh, that's a good question.
Feels like a tower to me.
That would kind of suck if we got all the way to the top and the heart wasn't there.
Well, if it's the largest
so
tower, we just fall
based
over.
on, since obviously knowing which tower is which is a relevant feature here, what you know is that this stairwell that you're in would be at the approximate location in the footprint of the tallest, narrowest tower.
Okay. Then this is not the tower we need to climb.
Or at
Okay.
least this is, the top of your current stairwell would not be it. Doesn't necessarily mean that this is not the way to go, but it would mean that you'd have to spend half an hour or so trying to clear rubble to continue in this direction.
Yeah, let's turn around.
Yeah, but what are our
No,
choices for exit? Because if we go back the way we came, we have to face those golems.
Yes, I think this clearing this rubble is a better choice than facing those golems again. We do not have the resource. If I go into that room even a little bit, it's going to kill me.
It's
I
going
did
to
not-
try to kill us all.
Up to
We
you
can
guys.
move rocks.
Let's start moving stuff.
All right. So you keep working at it. It's kind of tiring. I'm not gonna make you mechanically exhausted or anything, but it's basically just an hour of moving rocks. It's not, a good time. But you're eventually able to clear enough of a path that you guys are able to make your way through and continue climbing up the stairs. And
Okay.
so that let's see. Let me to map 3. Okay. I want to make sure I'm taking you to the right place because this is just, like I said, this is a complicated map. Okay.
Yes.
There we go. Yeah. Okay. And let me move you to where you belong on here. And once I bring you onto the map, I'll go ahead and have you orient yourselves in your marching order again. Okay. All right. So you are now continuing to climb this same stairwell. And you climb it another 10 feet past where the rubble was. And you reach a landing where you could continue to go up the stairs further from here. But there's also a landing with an opening. This arched room connects a vast chamber to the east and the landing of a staircase to the west, and that's where you guys are. To the left of the landing, the stairs curl down into darkness. To the right, stairs climb into thick drapes of cobwebs. Alcoves in the north and south walls hold 8-foot-tall sculptures of helmed knights with bright blades. Black shadows obscure their faces. And then you can see beyond that. You know it's dark, so you can't see super well, but you see a few like scattered pews and it's suggesting it might be some kind of a chapel. So you could either keep going up the stairs or out that way.
I think we want to go out this way.
Yeah.
I am wary of these statues, however.
Maybe that other guy is here now. The one wanted to marry something.
No, he will not. His plan was unsuccessful.
Do these they are statues? They're not armor pieces or anything like that.
They are statues,
Okay.
but they are certainly holding bright metal blades.
I'm going to use the dodge action as I move through,
Okay.
just in case.
Yep. Nothing happens.
Walking through.
Okay.
And as you emerge into this larger area, let me. This is a great big room here, so let me just reveal it on the map. You have found the chapel. Dim colored light filters through tall, broken, and boarded up windows of stained glass, illuminating the ancient chapel of Ravenloft. A few bats flutter around near the top of the 90-foot-high domed ceiling. A balcony runs the length of the west wall, 50 feet above the floor. In the center of the balcony, 2 dark shapes are slumped in tall chairs. That's not shown on the map. That's something you would see up on the balcony from this level. Benches coated with centuries of dust lie about the floor in a jumbled disarray. Beyond this debris, lit by a piercing shaft of light, an altar stands upon a stone platform. The sides of the altar are carved with bas reliefs of it is bas relief, right? That's the pronunciation? It's that
I think so.
bas relief of angelic figures entwined with grapevines. The light from above falls directly on a silver statuette. A cloaked figure is draped over the altar, and a black mace lies on the floor near its feet.
Yeah, the S is silent in power relief.
Aha, bas relief. Okay. You see this chapel, and like I said, on the altar, this silver statuette that's like the only thing illuminated well, and then there, the cloaked figure draped over the altar near it. Black mace lies on the floor near its feet. that's,
I'm gonna
here.
Go inspect the altar.
I'm gonna approach the altar cautiously.
Okay. So you can see better from here, like the balcony that's on the next level up. So it's not really shown on this map, but it's on the east or the west side, the balcony on the next level up. So you can kind of see up there, and that's where the two figures slumped in chairs were. You can
Okay.
kind of see them better from there. The altar. I mean, going up closer. Are you like investigating or looking for anything else, or
Investigating.
all right?
Yeah, work once.
Make an investigation check.
Work again. Holy shit.
All right.
Octa's brain's working overtime today.
Yeah.
You smell burning? I smell burning.
Rockjaw, you get the sense from the way that this cloaked figure is splayed, is that it looks like it was reaching for the little statue when something killed it.
You see any obvious wounds?
Well, it's like it's
It's rotted.
Yeah,
you
it's
can't
rotted.
tell.
Century's dead, yeah.
Okay.
well, maybe
That's
not
cool.
centuries, but certainly enough that there's not a lot of flesh remaining.
Okay, so we're not seeing an arrow protruding from the back of his head
No.
or anything like that.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
What's the mace look like?
It's black and mean looking.
Can always use another mace.
The corpse is wearing a fairly fancy cloak. It's fur-lined, embroidered with golden thread. Looks probably expensive. And it is wearing a suit of chainmail, but you don't get the sense that either of those are magical. And you know what? Actually, I think I overstated how dead this thing was. I mean, it's definitely dead, but I just mean it's not skeleton. It's a corpse.
Coughing up blood last night. He's fine.
You cannot see any wounds on him, though.
Okay.
I'll have the mace just to see if it has a decent weight to it.
Okay, it definitely does, it looks fancy.
Anybody want the coat?
In fact, actually, now that you look at the mace more carefully, you realize that the head of it is actually like skulls. Like, not real skulls, but like carved, metal in the shape of skulls.
That looks like your kind of weapon, Mr. Rockjaw.
It looks like it leaves an impact.
It makes an impression.
So long as it doesn't do impressions.
Yeah, you wouldn't be a bit surprised to learn that this thing is a magical mace of some kind.
I'll pick it up.
All right.
Yes.
Only using one hand as it is anyway. Might as well have something in other hands to see.
But I just a magical weapon other than a hand axe could be a thing.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
It makes me feel better that I
Yeah.
don't have to compensate by bashing everything much heavier.
Right, yeah.
I
So,
hand
like,
axe.
nothing happens when you pick up the mace.
Zia's going to go over and look at that statuette on the altar that it appears to have been reaching for.
Right. It is a figure of a kneeling man in robes with sort of in a like a prayer pose with his hands stretched out in front and looking upward with his eyes closed. It's a little silver statue. It's about 12-inch tall. Looks like it is made of silver.
I would not be surprised if that was what killed this one. But judging from his garb and weapon, I would not be surprised if that was some kind of evil interloper. I am inclined to leave that.
What do we need a statue for?
If Pavel, you can make a religion check if you want.
Yes, I'll do that.
You definitely get the sense that this is, the statue you don't recognize any like specific markings, but it's the kind of a figure that would normally be associated with like good religious practices. It's kind of an icon, depicting piety as opposed to supplication to evil.
Okay. I don't think we have anything to worry about from this artifact. We can leave it if we want to, but I don't think it's going to harm us.
Well, then why don't we take it? It's better to have it here than in Strahd's possession.
You do get the sense that it's probably magical in some way.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I get the feeling of magic here. So.
I think I probably tell you guys that stuff more often than like in theory that's what you're supposed to use like the detect magic spell, but lots of times I just say it's probably magical.
Yeah. I think it's pretty safe to assume that most of the stuff that's killing people just by proximity is probably magical. That's kind of a gimme.
Yes, there's a supernatural element there. Yes.
Yeah.
So who would like to carry it? Okay, I'll take it.
It is a religious thing. A paladin or cleric should have it.
Yeah. It weighs about 10 pounds.
Okay.
10-inch tall, or 12-inch tall statuette. In fact, actually, let me go ahead and just show you guys the picture of it.
Okay.
There's a picture. It's definitely magical.
Yeah.
There's also probably a MacGuffin.
Get nailed down. Fine, we'll take it.
Might have been a MacGuffin for an alternate reality version.
Where is it? Okay. So I don't know if you see it on my screen here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to show you the thing because it is something that requires attunement. So
Doesn't look like a participation trophy.
yeah. I think actually I'll just show it to everybody. I don't know if that lets you see the text for it or not, but you've already kind of.
It does, but we'll just not read it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just won't scroll.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what it looks like.
Okay. So I've got the icon of Ravenloft. Let me add that to my inventory.
So, from this room, the ways to leave are this big set of double doors in the center, right here. That would be the main entrance. You see another alcove much like the one you just came through, right here. And those are basically the other ways out of this room.
And a balcony, how high up?
It's like 40 feet.
Wow.
I look around and consider knowing where the tallest tower is and the second tallest tower from studying that model.
Mm-hmm.
Which direction is the second tallest from the tallest?
So if you're standing at the altar and looking west,
Yes.
the stairs you were just coming up are kind of at about 10 o'clock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the tower you would want would be at about 2 o'clock.
Okay. So there is
Okay.
I think
So
I
we-
said
so-
40 feet up, but the next level is actually 30 feet up.
So
Okay.
there is off to our right there. There's another opening with two statues in the
Yes.
alcoves. I think we need to go that way.
I agree. This way looks-
As you peek through there, you do see that there's another set of stairs going upward from there. Those stairs, let me read you the description. It is not on that one. Let me... so many different things to click through. All right, let's see. Yeah, okay. This staircase is made of old wood that strains underfoot, creaking and groaning.
Step lightly. Let us make sure that we do not have
Yeah.
more than one person.
And
on
the
the
little
body.
alcove here has statues very similar to the one that you came through from the stairs before.
We're going to go up these stairs with like one person at a time on any
Mhm.
thing. So we're climbing up the first set of stairs, gathering on the landing, going up the next set of stairs, gathering on the landing.
Okay, so the wood definitely is, lots of groaning and so on, but it seems steady enough. It doesn't, there's no splintering. It's
Sure.
just, it's old and kind of warped to
And
grown,
creaky.
but it doesn't seem rotten.
Okay.
Okay, so let me move you up to the next map here.
It's once again we played the game with Christiana of swap the map constantly.
Yeah, well, it actually just so happens that I went ahead and added everybody to each layer of the map so that I wouldn't have to set everybody up. And it just so happens that I guessed that if you were to come to this level, it would be by those stairs. So you're actually already in the right places for it,
Nice.
but not marching order. So like, definitely still want to arrange yourself however in your marching order.
Okay.
But yeah, so as you reach this, the next level up here, you see a sculpted stone railing encloses this long balcony which overlooks Ravenloft's chapel. Two ornate thrones stand side by side in the center of the balcony, covered with dust and strung with cobwebs. The thrones face away from the double doors that give access to the balcony.
Okay. And I don't have control of Anubis.
Oh, okay. Let me
Yep.
fix that.
Dog gone wild.
And for some reason, there's a label on my token,
Okay.
even when it's not selected.
Hang on.
That's funny. I've been seeing that for Esmeralda for a while. I
Okay.
just thought it was like a Roll20 thing.
There's a label? What do you mean a label?
I see Esmeralda d'Avenir.
Yeah, that's what I see too.
Okay, well, I could turn that off if you don't want it to be there.
Yeah, it's kind of gets in the way.
Okay.
Yeah, it's covering the other tokens actually.
We know them now. We've lived alongside them, died alongside them.
I could turn it off for
Over and
Rico.
over.
Lived, died, lived, died.
Anyway, I'm thinking about calling Esmeralda Buffy for short.
Okay. So, you guys, yeah, so I described the balcony already.
All right. Should we go onto the balcony?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So we have these two figures
Yeah.
sitting on the throne.
Yeah.
Any sign of movement?
Nope. Although they look, decayed.
I am going to hold on. What is that ability?
All right. Well, so now that Rockjaw has moved in front of one of them,
Oh.
we're gonna roll initiative.
Okay, never mind.
I wanted to see their faces.
Yeah. Well, that's fair.
I was going to use Eyes of the Grave to see if they were undead, but
No.
Well,
Guess
this
what?
has already been decided.
Yeah.
One less thing to roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so Pavel. And Shadow.
All right. Yeah. So as you move in front to get a closer look, Rockjaw, you see that both of their rotten faces turn to look at you. Activate. But Esmeralda is quick on her feet, so
Okay.
she's actually first up.
She's going to move up behind them, and kind of stab with her rapier around the side of the chair. I'm not sure if disadvantage and cover.
No. I think that the chairs are far enough apart that she can sort of get an angle on
Okay.
either of them. Like so,
All right, but
so
do
where
I
she
get-
is, that she would probably have the best angle on the lower one. Like,
Okay.
because they are high-backed chairs, but they're
Yeah.
not. Like she could go
All right.
be
Well,
going around
I'm
the
thinking
side.
more on the order of getting advantage by flanking with Rockjaw.
Oh, well, I think that if she is directly opposite Rockjaw, the back of the chair is in the way.
Okay. So how about if she moves here?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yep.
27.
All right. Yeah, that'll hit.
26. And then a silver short sword is a 14.
Okay. 14, 19 total damage there. And as let's see. Always, these zombies have this weird thing where
Oh no.
because we have roll d20. It's an 18, so that means that she cuts the zombie's head off, but it doesn't stop moving.
Okay.
The head drops to the ground, and
But at least it can't bite.
and rolls along. Yeah, but
What is this,
the
chicken?
body, its arms are still like, and the head is sort of moaning from the floor. All right, that's some significant damage to it. Honor, you're up.
Okay.
Stab the one that's already hurt so that you can possibly get the blood spear bonus.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So that'd be Waldorf or Stadler?
I think that would be Stadler.
Stadler's the one who's always on the left, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
the fact that these two old zombies are up on the balcony over the I mean that's. I think that's what's going on here.
Yeah, they needed to be in tuxedos. That's all there is to it.
Strahdler
They'd make
and
like,
Waldeth.
Yeah,
Would've
but
been-
I missed.
No, yeah, that's not gonna work.
Would have been really funny if the hooded figure on the altar had been a frog.
So the yeah, unfortunately that's a miss. Yeah, Rockjaw, you're up.
in my head. I'm gonna reskin everything as a Muppet here now. I'm gonna try this new funky headed mace.
Okay, so let me look up what it does because it's not.
It's not attuned.
You're not
right now, so
attuned. But
it's
let
just a
me.
mace at this point.
Yeah, let me see what it would do. I think it might just be a mace, and I don't think it counts as magical if you're not attuned to it.
Okay. Well, let's give it a try.
Just try to. Yeah, it does require attunement. But yeah, I mean, it'll still be a mace. You know what? I'll allow that it still does magical damage, but you get the feeling that it could do more. It does regular mace damage except magical, is what I'll say.
Okay. Swing. 16.
16 hits, yeah. These things are not hard to hit. Which one are you attacking?
The one that still has his head.
Okay. Alright, so that's 8.
Try it again.
Ooh.
Alright, yeah.
That's not even a crit. It's just kind of scary.
Alright.
And I'm not raging, so.
I love
Okay.
It's got good weight.
Nice balance.
It's kind of got amazing grace.
Alright, oops. There's an error with my formula. Okay, 8. So that means as you swipe out with this mace, the second swing crushes its hip and one of its legs just falls off, but it's still kind of sitting in the chair.
Oh, my hip.
Just a flesh wound.
Alright. Okay. That's Rockjaw's turn. It is their turn now. So, first, the one that's missing a leg. Let's see. You see the leg actually kind of starts to crawl off to the side, kind of on its own, just sort of like scooting along, but doesn't otherwise do anything. But then that one is going to try to claw at you and bite you, Rockjaw. So two claw attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be 6 and 8 together, and then one bite. That'll miss. So 14 slashing damage from the claw attacks. And then the other one is missing its bite attack because the head's on the floor. And I think that so the just the 2 claw attacks against you, Honor.
Okay.
So that's a 6 will miss, but the 21 for 5 slashing damage.
Alright.
All right, that's their turn. Anubis.
Anubis is going to run up here and bite Stradler.
Yeah. that'll do it.
24,
And it is undead too, so
15.
Yep.
I have them separated, so I have a bite for regular things and a bite for beasts and undead.
so yeah, as he grabs that one, he ends up, it's rotten enough that he ends up just like really getting a good grip on its rib cage, and then just and it just flies all to pieces.
Like a dog with a bone.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that one's dead, or again.
Yeah.
Destroyed.
No, that one, or this one, because the one I was going for.
Oh, okay. Well, so you know what? Then fine. It's okay. Yeah. So that's the one then that was dead. They were both actually at about the same hit points. Okay, but yeah. So you killed the one that had no head.
Right.
All right. So that would be Shadow's turn next.
Okay, Shadow is going to come up here and attack the remaining one with the scimitar.
Okay.
No.
Believe it or not, that still hits.
Really?
These things are slow and half rotten. So that is. So it is not completely dead yet, but she does another good bit of damage to it, and it's a 5. Basically, she chops its other leg off. So its 2 legs are kind of off, just scooting around on their own, like bizarre, super awkward snakes, and it's just sitting there, without its legs in the chair, and just kind of still. All right, Pavel, you're up.
Pavel comes up here.
Yeah, doesn't
So
have much juice left, but
Shall we dance? That was a joke. And
it looks down and kind of looks at its missing legs, and then it looks back up to it, and it's kind of sad. It's like,
You dance with a Pavel in the pale moonlight.
oh my God! Do you think these things up during the week?
Surprisingly, no. I'd drive myself nuts if I had to wait.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to introduce it to my mace.
all right, kaboom! A 10 hits because these things are super slow. So, did you use your regular mace? You could use your mace of disruption.
No, I'm not. I'm saving the mace of disruption for Strahd.
Remember, it's only against vampires and vampire spawn that it will crumble.
Oh.
Regular undead, you can still get the bonus.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like one and done. Oh.
No, I guess I made it. I overstated it a little bit. It's the property where it will crumble after one battle is only against vampires and vampire spawn.
Okay, well, by all means, let's break it in.
Well, so we'll just say that the 3 is the damage, but you can roll your 2d6 bonus radiant damage.
Okay.
It just so happens that the 3 would not have been enough by itself, but you rolled 2d6 radiant. Nice. Yeah. So you guys watch as Pavel comes up with this new mace, which is essentially a human thigh bone that procured from the crypt of Saint Markovia, and as he smacks this thing, it just obliterates into ash, and you almost hear like a choir. Ah!
And left behind a very annoyed-looking Rockjaw who's currently pushing all the dust out of his fur.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
But yes, we are. You have dealt with Stradler and Waldeath.
I'm pleased beyond words. Well, they've seen one last performance, I suppose.
All right, well, let's head on up the stairs. Dun, 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 dun,
There's
dun,
no more
dun,
upstairs
dun,
from
dun,
here.
dun, dun, dun.
So
Oh.
the stairs that you came up came to this level, and the only exit from this balcony is this double set of doors that was behind the thrones.
Okay. Let's proceed.
All right. Let me reveal that room, and
Remember to grab Rick Tavia.
yeah.
Hey, Ricky. You're so fine. That was literally no effort. That's how sad it is.
All right, so the
Are the listeners at home enjoying these jokes?
Have I scared them
who
all?
cares? They
I-
don't get to choose.
I
All right.
distrust long, straight,
Yeah.
empty hallways.
This 20-foot high hall has a dark vaulted ceiling draped with cobwebs. A low moan seems to travel the length of the corridor as it rises and falls, intoning sadness and despair.
Yes. Keep your eyes
Do you see
open.
anything dangerous?
So whoever wants to can make a perception check.
I'll make one.
Well, so I'll say like one of you can make a perception check.
Shadow has
Yes.
the best perception.
Yes,
Okay.
Shadow should definitely be the one. And in fact, I would ask Shadow to take the lead on this.
Can we assist?
Okay.
No need. They rolled a 20.
Yeah.
7.
So basically, let's see.
I hear a horse.
What do your elf eyes see?
What she looks in before entering the hallway is that there is some pulleys and a rope hidden in the cobwebs along the ceiling. And it looks like... Yeah, so what she sees is that there is definitely some kind of a mechanism involving ropes and pulleys hidden in the ceiling.
Okay, so I relay that to the rest of the group. There's some kind of conveyor system.
Probably something that will swing
Up the
down
cobwebs.
if we enter the area. What do you say that we stand back away from the doors and I just shoot it with a firebolt and just destroy the ropes?
But what if it's a door?
I don't think it's a door.
Yeah, I agree. That's actually what I was thinking.
Actually, because she got a critical success, I'll also say that she spot just the basic hidden outlines of a secret door on the left.
Uh-huh.
So she says, not so sure the firebolt's such a good idea.
It
So-
seems disconnected to the ropes and pulleys, though.
Oh,
Do the ropes
okay.
Seem to have like an end to them? Is there a latch or a tied off point?
They disappear into like the workings of the ceiling,
Okay.
but there's part of it that's exposed.
How high is the ceiling?
Did you say
I think
20
we said
feet?
20 feet.
Yeah.
But there's also cobwebs up there, and so that's why it would have been really hard to spot. But with a 27 critical success, I think she spots it.
Everyone, stand back! If you guys don't get that reference, I'm sorry. Okay, through the open doors, I'll pick out a likely piece of rope and pulley thing and use a firebolt to try to burn through one of the ropes.
Okay. You succeed. I'll just say you do, because I think it's a
Okay.
cantrip. You just do it until you hit it, right?
Yeah, right.
So as you ignite the flame and it burns and the rope snaps, you see that the whole thing, was supporting some tension, and now with it burned and broken, you see emerging from a little compartment on the far side of the wall. You see what looks like a cloaked figure sort of drop out of like an opening on the far side and just sort of clunk to the floor because the rope that would have supported it is now broken.
That seems strange.
And it just clunks to the floor and just lays there.
Yep.
It was something to cause us to waste our effort on something that was not dangerous. Let us go have a look at this secret door that you spotted.
Okay.
As you guys get a little closer to the midway of the again, because she got a critical success, I'll say that she spots that there's a very difficult to see tripwire in the middle of the room that looks like it's what connects to those ropes and stuff. And also from this distance, you can see that cloaked figure looks like a mannequin disguised as Strahd.
That seems really primitive.
This was a hard to spot trap, you guys, but it's so funny. What it's designed to do is have this mannequin drop out of this compartment and basically like fly right at you. And again, it's like, it's like Zia said, it's designed to make you go, oh my god, and use your spells. And then.
It's like that illusion we saw on the stairs a few days back.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
might have been the first version.
Yeah, it actually has rules where it says it says to have the players roll initiative, and
Oh, funny.
because it like makes
By the mannequin.
yeah, and it like in fact actually it has it has a prestidigitation cantrip to make it chuckle too. So I'd say yeah, like at the end of Batman, the mannequin is over there going ha 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 ha. All right. In any event, though, you defeated the trap by spotting it and then firebolting it. So, this secret door, yeah, it's just a narrow secret door in the stone that she spotted the seams of and can pull it open if she wants.
Okay, she will do that.
All right. Okay. So, what she sees in there, the aromas of grease and well-oiled wood hit your nostrils as you pull open the door. This 10 by 20 foot room is filled with intricate machinery except for small spaces between the stone gears and the iron chains and pulleys. On the other side of the machinery to the south is a rectangular shaft that rises up from the darkness and continues past this room. Attached to the west wall is a steel plate that has an iron lever protruding downward. And I'll say Zia again because you had studied this, the model, and you're sort of paying careful attention to sort of where you are in space compared to where you've seen before. When you had previously identified the trap in the hallway on the other level, you suspect that you are now basically directly above that.
Yep, that is. In fact, that's what I suspected.
Yeah, so past these works, you see cold air fills this rectangular shaft, the walls of which are coated with mildew and worn smooth. Taut iron chains extend up and down the shaft. The links of the chains are thick and covered with grease.
I think we should do more than just turn the trap off. I'm inclined to try to disable it. Rockjaw, do you think you can bend or warp the equipment here so that it is not easily triggered?
I can certainly try.
Looking for something to knock off kilter or otherwise just, make it so that the machinery isn't going to work properly.
Throw a little sand in the
Well,
gears.
I mean, you could just smash it.
Well, I'm also not looking to make gigantic amounts of noise on a
Okay.
shaft that echoes up and down.
Well, I'll say that yeah, it looks like the whole thing is designed to support a fair amount of weight, and there's tension in all the chains and stuff. So you make an intelligence check.
Okay. 12.
Okay. You kind of get the feeling that anything that would prevent, like allow the chains to move freely would probably make noise. And anything that you make a smashing sound would probably make noise. If you wanted to try something else to just maybe keep it from moving, that would probably be less permanent but quieter.
Okay.
There's something that we could wedge in one of the links of the chains.
I do have pittance.
Okay. We're going to run some spikes through the chains so that they don't run easily, and we're also going to turn the lever so that it doesn't.
Okay. What order are you doing things in?
Spikes first.
Okay. How many? 2, 3.
There looks like there's 4 major chains there.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can put the spikes through the design, the idea being when the chain is supposed to try to slide through a little, eye bolts to change direction, the spike will prevent it from moving through.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So so you add those spikes in there?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. And you're doing the lever after that?
And the lever after that, yes.
Okay. Um, as soon as you pull the lever up to the up position, you see that the gearing and everything starts trying to activate, and immediately all of these chains are pulled towards where the spike is hitting it, and everything kind of seizes up as the spikes work as intended. And so you can tell the spikes have prevented it from doing what it was trying to do, but now all of the weight of whatever this mechanism is doing is supported on those pitons that are keeping it from moving in the way it was trying to.
I think we'll put the lever back down again.
Okay. As you lower the lever, everything is kind of back to where it like the tension releases a little bit. And some of the pitons are like knocked loose a little bit from the activity, but you could reset them if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put them back, and then we'll head for the doors at the far end of the corridor.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
And we're leaving Van Richten behind here.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. He's still on the balcony.
Yeah.
Enjoying the fresh air, cool breeze.
Well, I'm trying to reset my Roll20 because it's doing a weird thing where, you know what? I'm going to briefly exit Roll20 and reload because it keeps sort of off shifting my screen. Oh no, never mind. That fixed it. So okay. All right. So you're now at another set of double doors there.
Yep.
You're opening them?
Let's listen first. Do we hear anything?
Okay. Make a perception check. Whoever's
I'm going to have Shadow do that again.
right.
Looks like a door.
Okay. Yeah. She doesn't hear anything.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So, the doors open to reveal another set of double doors 10 feet ahead. Between these doors, a 10-foot wide corridor stretches north and south. At each end of the hall, floating in the darkness, is a human skeleton clad in the rusted armor and tattered livery of a castle guard.
Are these attached to the walls like the other ones were?
Well, you can go check.
Or we can keep going through the doors.
Do either one of them have a shield?
Nope. Rusted armor and tattered livery.
Let's continue on. I don't
Yeah,
think
unless they're going to attack us, let's go through the doors.
Okay. So let me...
I'd also like to point out that it's 20 minutes to 5.
So we started a little bit later today. Is 5 o'clock still the end point for everybody, or?
I kind of need to go at 5.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right. So, as you guys reach here, dim light from the courtyard falls into this great hall through the broken glass and iron latticework of a large window in the west wall. The immense room is a place of chilly, brooding darkness. Actually, the light there, I'm just trying to remember what time of day it was when you came into the castle last. I feel like it was
Night.
Was it night?
Yeah, because Strahd made it be night.
Right. Yeah. So I would say the light is not coming through the window because it's dark outside. The immense room is a place of chilly, brooding darkness. Empty iron sconces dot the walls. Hundreds of dust-laden cobwebs drape the hall, hiding the ceiling from view. Directly across from the window stand a set of double doors in the east wall. That's what you just came through. Farther south, a single door also leads from the east wall. That's here. Yeah. Staircases at both ends of the north wall lead down. At the far southern end of the hall, a large wooden throne stands atop a marble dais. The high-backed throne faces south, away from most of the room.
Is there anything on the far wall that the throne faces.
Nope.
Strange.
Indeed.
But Shadow, I think, would mention is like, wait, when we asked about secret passages from the architect, we asked specifically about the throne room, and he said there was one in the throne room, a secret door. If you're sitting in the throne, looking at the wall to the left, or something like that. Or I'll tell you that's exactly what it was.
Okay.
Let's go have a look.
Yeah, and her perception is actually good enough that her passive can spot it. So, there is a secret door right there.
The
What
thing
about
is,
the
this is
normal
not the right direction for the
Well,
tower.
yeah, it does depend where you want to go, but you asked about secret passages in the throne room, and this is where you are.
I don't suppose it hurts much to take a look.
Yeah.
Is there anyone in the chair?
No.
No. Okay, good. Just thought I'd ask.
Let's see if we can figure out how to open that door.
Okay.
The door is not hard to open once you know it's there.
Okay.
And what that reveals, at least in the immediate, is I have to get my other thing up to read the description for this one. No, not that one. Okay, so the first hallway that you see through the door, this long, narrow corridor runs east to west. Cobwebs fill the hall, obstructing sight beyond a few feet.
What is the marking on the far side of the wall? Looks like there's arrow slits or something?
Correct, that's what they are.
What about this door? The one I'm standing next to.
It's a door.
I
Yeah,
suppose
there's
we have to have a
a
look.
single door leads from the east wall.
I'm gonna step through it.
Okay. Let me reveal that room. Okay, and there's a guy in there.
Oops.
Yeah. Dusty scrolls and tomes line the walls of this room. More scrolls and books lie scattered on the floor around 4 heavy wooden chests filled with sturdy iron locks. The only unobstructed floor space is directly in front of the doors on the east and west walls. In the center of this clutter stands a great black desk. A figure crouches atop a tall stool, scratching on a seemingly endless scroll of paper with a dry quill pen. Nearby, a tasseled rope hangs from a hole in the ceiling. And let me give you guys the handout for this guy.
Hey, there's a guy over here. He's got mutton chops.
Not hungry.
As you guys look in there, you realize, actually getting a good look at him, that he does seem to be chained to the desk, and he looks up. He looks up at you when you enter the room, Rockjaw, and stares at you for a second, like, and then he goes back to writing.
But he's not actually writing because his quill is dry.
Yep.
He's just scratching his pen across the paper.
Yep.
That's one of the strangest reactions I've gotten. What? Who are you?
I'm Leif Lipsich, and I am very busy, if you don't mind.
Right.
Leave him. I don't think it's any worthwhile to talk to him.
But he doesn't. You're not gonna bite or anything?
What?
I don't know how to deal with you.
Then don't. Leave me alone.
We can deal with him after start.
Yeah.
But hey,
I don't think he's going anywhere.
he's not dead or anything.
Nope.
I don't understand. Why are you here?
If you must know, I am Strahd von Zarovich's personal accountant. I manage his funds, and I have a lot of work to do, so if you don't mind, please leave.
Okay. I'll leave the room.
All right.
I have no idea what an accountant does.
He manages the funds. You know what funds are.
Money? Yeah. Why do you need someone to manage them?
When you have a great deal of money, you need someone to handle it for you.
Didn't look like he
I
was.
think we should check out these stairs.
So you looked to the left and right in this hallway through the secret door, but didn't go very much further either direction. So just
Oh.
so I'm only noting it as not fully explored. Up to you if that's where you want to go or not. So yeah, if you want to go to the stairs, that's good too.
Those stairs go downwards.
Correct.
Stairs? Oh, the ones at the top?
Yeah,
Yeah,
on the
on
north
the north
wall.
wall. Yeah.
These go in the right direction, but then the corridor down there might curve around.
What's in the corridor? Another one of those stupid accountants?
Bunch of cobwebs. You kind of have to push through them to see anything.
Well, let's see what's there. Step in the corridor.
Yeah, let's look that way.
All right. So, like I said, you can only see a few feet in any direction. You have to push through the cobwebs to explore further.
And one of you wiggle your fingers and burn this away.
A few firebolts might help that.
Yeah. I would say that over 30 seconds or so, you can kind of start making it a little clearer. And if you go to the right first.
Yeah, that's to the right. Yeah, to the west.
Yeah. So you reveal that it opens up into a turret post. High domed ceiling caps the 30-foot wide octagonal room before you. Frescoes faded with age adorn the ceiling, but their images are impossible to make out. Tall, thin arrow slits look out over the courtyard.
Okay.
And then
Can
this...
we use this to orient ourselves?
Yeah. Basically, west from here is like... You can see basically out over where the front gate was. Where so if you face west, west is the direction of the front door of the castle.
Okay.
I think we need to go north.
And then so this square room, the castle courtyard is visible through arrow slits in the walls. It's just an archer's post.
Dead end. I think we should go down those stairs to the north. I think that is more likely to get us.
Well, you
closer
didn't
to
explore to the east in this corridor, though.
No.
To the east from here.
But all right. Take a look.
Okay.
It's a spiral staircase. It goes up and down.
Stairs that go up. We want to go up. Right?
Let me get the... find... Because this staircase where... It's clicking on too many things.
The staircase is on so many levels.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
64.
I remember the first
Come
edition,
on.
back when there was only advanced D&D, the Dungeon Master's Guide had a paragraph about the word level and how it was used for spells and character level and dungeon level and several other things. And they had debated changing the names of other things, but by the time they went to press, they couldn't think of anything better, so they just left it at level.
So the staircase here just says, the long hollow sigh of the wind breathes a semblance of life into this otherwise featureless staircase. I'm glad I spent a lot of time looking that up. But yes, so it goes both up and down from here.
I think that this will not lead us in the direction we want to go.
We want to go up, right?
Yes, but this is in the wrong place to be the tower that we want. It is also too narrow. This is too skinny. I think we want to go down those stairs at the other side of the Great Hall.
All right.
So we're going to head in that direction.
Okay.
Left or right?
Let's take the one on the right.
All right. Let me move you onto the map over there. And okay, so you descend about 20 feet in that direction. Let me move you over there. Ah! Click, not drag. Thank you. Okay. Alright, so you're all kind of in a bunch, but
After playing in this game, I've decided that if I ever run a mega dungeon, it's going to be in person.
well, this map, I mean, this is this castle is a complicated map. I think I've
Oh,
showed
yeah.
you guys for this before, but what you get with the physical book is
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've seen.
yeah. All right, so the you have descended 20 feet onto the grand landing. Massive stairs rise to a landing. Here, let me reveal a bit more of this. Yeah. Massive stairs rise to a landing 20 feet wide by 40 feet long. That's where you guys are now, this landing. Stone arches support a ceiling covered with frescoes 20 feet overhead. The frescoes depict armored knights on horseback, their finer features faded beyond recognition. Dust floats in the air here. At each end of the south wall, a staircase rises into darkness. That's where you just came from. Between the staircases are twin alcoves, each one containing a standing suit of armor covered with dark stains. Each suit of armor clutches a mace, the business end of which is shaped like a dragon's head. Words engraved on the arches above the suits of armor have been scratched out.
Do they have shields?
No. You're looking for shields, I get it. Let's see. Yeah.
All right, down the stairs, I think. I still have not found the
Shadow points out as you approach, again, because her passive perception is so high, she spots on the floor in front of each of those suits of armor, says, there's a pressure plate on the floor in front of each one.
Yeah. Give them a wide berth.
They have dragon head maces.
We have two very nice maces so far. I don't think we
But
need
if there's something of Argynvost, it would be important.
I think Shadow would say at this point, it's kind of like, listen, I'm super into dragon stuff. I think we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Yeah.
Let's go fry some fish.
Yum.
Hold on. If you really want a mace, Esmeralda, if you want one of those maces, Esmeralda will cast Mage Hand and see if she can get one of them with that.
Okay. I think what she finds is that there is apparently something either physical or magical that keeps it in the armor's grip. It's not just loose.
Sorry. It is fixed.
It's not real.
Let's go down the stairs.
All right.
Okay.
So,
Feels
as
bad.
you descend those big wide stairs, cobwebs stretch between the columns that support the vaulted ceiling of a great dusty hall dimly lit by sputtering torches in iron sconces. The torches cast odd shadows across the faces of 8 stone gargoyles squatting motionlessly on the rim of the domed ceiling. Cracked and faded ceiling frescoes are covered by decay. Double doors of bronze stand closed to the east. To the north, which you just came from, a wide staircase climbs into darkness. A lit hallway to the south contains another set of bronze doors. Wait. Yeah, okay, sorry. That it's describing something that I didn't reveal here. There we go. A lit hallway to the south contains another set of bronze doors, through which you hear sad and majestic organ tones. And then, of course, so there's these bronze doors, double doors on both the east and west from here, and the columns, and then the hallway to the south and all that.
What you want to bet those gargoyles on for show?
I think it's highly likely.
No bet.
All right. I am going to ready a firebolt in case those gargoyles get ready to attack, and we're going to, and Esmeralda as well, and we're going to cross the room toward the east.
All right. Well, that's a good place for us to finish, because as soon as you enter that room, all the gargoyles animate, and we would roll initiative.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Yep. So I'm gonna. Let's see.
Okay. And Esmeralda has that label again.
Well,
Yeah,
it's going to be on it because it happens on every new map, so it's
Okay.
it's a thing.
Actually, you know what? I can remove it. There we go. Because I've got control of that token, so there we go.
I don't know why
Alright.
one of the gargoyles has it, but not the others. But yeah, so that's where we will pick up next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
You guys have made your way back to the front door of the castle.
Yeah, I figured.
Figures.
Yep. All right. So, but that's got some good new exploring done. You lost the sun sword, but none of you died fighting
Yeah.
Strahd.
That's a
Right.
plus.
Found some new treasure.
And we got several things.
Oh yeah, that holy symbol. It's like you wanted the sun sword too, but the holy symbol was one of the other things you were told you needed.
Yeah.
Well, the thigh bone is attuned now, and that's going to be that's going to come
Yeah.
in very handy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I very desperately need a long rest.
Oh yeah, we all do. But I
Yeah.
don't think we get it.
Yeah.
So thank you guys that were watching in the chat. We got Mother Dragon, of course, Gimli Dude, who says Strahd is a troll, definitely. And we had that Zeopleucus. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. I'm sorry. But thank you to everybody who is watching live, and hopefully we won't go 6 weeks before the next session. Be nice also if we get Nutty back for next time, maybe.
Yeah.
So she can play Shadow on her own. But so you guys continue to explore the castle of Ravenloft and search for the way to defeat Strahd once and for all. So, thanks everybody.
Thank you.
Yep.
You're
Thank you.
Yes.